Good morning, Metro Nui! Welcome back to another episode of the Barraki Talk Show. We're your hosts, the Mielik brothers,
Jacob,
Samuel,
Thomas, and we're glad you're joining us today as we talk our way through the weird and wondrous world of Bionicle. We interrupt your regularly scheduled Barraki Talk Show to bring you Art of the Week, where our talented in-house artists, Jared, Arthur, and Samuel, bring Bionicle to life in their own unique ways. If you want to obtain these wonderful pieces of art permanently and in high quality, simply go to the Ko-fi link in the description of this episode, where you can download this week's art and all past weeks for free. But if you like this art and you want to see more, consider supporting the Barraki Talk Show. We greatly appreciate it because this channel is only made possible thanks to viewers like you. Thank you. But now, let's continue with your regularly scheduled Barraki Talk Show. Previously on the Barraki Talk Show, we've been rating the Dark Hunters. We went over them as an organization, and so now we are going to assign them a VBR value, which stands for Visorak Battle Rams, meaning how many Visorak Battle Rams would we pay to have this Dark Hunter do a mission for us, right? And one VBR is equivalent to $100,000 US, just for easy conversion's sake.
Yep.
Okay.
The top scorers last round were Ancient and Lariska, who scored 10 and 9 respectively, I believe.
Yeah. And the lowest was it Primal? Yeah, Primal
because Primal...
negative 1.5.
Because he has a chance of killing you, the client.
So how we were doing this is you can get a negative score if you pay for them not to be on your squad. So
yeah.
Or on your mission.
Like, I would pay 1.5 or $150,000 to make sure Primal is not on my mission.
Okay.
Yes.
I got you.
So, that is the standard we have been using. We've covered a lot of people, but we're currently on the Dark Hunter Ravager.
Great.
Talk it to us, bro.
Everyone's just so quiet. Like, no comments after the intro? What is this?
Oh, you're right. Wow, what a wacky intro that was. Actually, it was probably one of the most normal intros we've ever had.
Probably the most sensical intro we've had, short of like the Makuta one, I think. That was my favorite intro.
Because we got all of our goofy out on the last episode we recorded.
That's a good point.
Matt, did you get all your goofy out?
Oh yeah, it's all out. It's gone. No goofy left.
He's excised his goofiness like the Hulk.
Goofy exorcisms.
Somewhere there's like a polka dotted entity running around. Oh. We begin with Ravager, who is a Dark Hunter that has no memory at all. So imagine like when the Toa wash up on Matanui, that level of memory, which is to say zilch, squat, zippo, zero, none.
Yeah, we got it.
I think we get the point.
So, he was found on a random coastline, just like the Toamata, and was brought to Odina, not like the Toamata. He destroyed a third of the fortress in a blind rampage. He wasn't literally blind, he was just kind of like, mad in a rampage. He's not like one of our viewers. And he was immediately recruited because the Shadowed One is like, oh yeah, I want this guy. The guy who can destroy a third of the Dark Hunter base, I want him on my team. And so, unfortunately, the Shadowed One can't find any more of this guy's species since the guy doesn't remember anything at all. So, presumably, what we can piece together is he's probably banished for being a rampaging psychopath. And so he washed up on Odina, and the Shadowed One's like, oh, where are the other rampaging psychopaths? He's like, I don't know, they wiped my memory. That's my guess.
Like, are you saying he has no long-term memory? Are you saying, like, he has no capacity for remembering things?
Like the Toamata.
Okay, so you're just
Blank
saying that
slate.
he can't remember his past, but he can remember everything from a point forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now I have a different question, and I think we need to address the elephant in the room. Ravager's face, apparently, is a perfect replica of the Avoki. Explain.
Well, you see... Greed fever showed up.
There was once a man named Brian Ellis who ran out of Lego parts.
Actually, the designer of this was Jason Stroud, according to.
No, they're all Brian Ellis.
Yeah.
Trust me.
They're small B Brian Ellis.
Yeah.
And one funny thing about Ravager is that the Shadowed One keeps him on missions because he destroys stuff what's around him when he's bored. So he's like, Ravager, just be gone, be gone, be gone. Like, that's pretty funny. So with all this destruction he's caused, you may think, well, what are his powers? He doesn't have any powers. That's a joke. He does.
I was like, what?
Super strength, okay? And he has a spear and a shield that match the strength of any obstacle or opponent. These items are thought to have some low level of sentience, which is how they would know to match the strength of something. So, if he was attacking the Dark Hunter base, my theory is that his weapons match the strength of the fortress, which is a like semi-living entity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he had the strength of one fortress, I guess. However many bench presses a fortress can do. Or he saw like Ravager or something and was just like, not Ravager. He looked in a mirror. Whoa!
I feel like you would, though, actually.
I was thinking Gladiator or Prototype. He probably saw one of those and was like, okay, now I'm 10 billion times stronger than the average person, right? So that is Ravager. What are we thinking for this guy?
That's a pretty good ability there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I low-key don't want him on my team, though, because I don't feel like I could trust him at all. Like, he just loves to kill.
Well, no.
I don't think he strictly
he was in a
loves to
rampage
kill.
because he didn't know anything.
He just likes to destroy.
Yeah, he does like destroy.
That's verifiable. I think that he would be one of the more difficult ones to have on a team because of his just proclivity towards destroying, right? And so it's like, I don't know if that definitely detracts, but
well, he actually might be better on a team because like if you have a super strong Dark Hunter on a team, he can match their strength, right? So you're like getting a discount on the brute bonus, right? So if you send him with Gladiator and you pay less for Ravager than for Gladiator, then you've like essentially got 2 Gladiators for the price of 1.5.
True. I guess my initial instinct is like a 6.
A 6? Ooh,
Yeah.
that's pretty high.
6 is pretty high. You know, I'm going right around the middle. I'm going 5.5.
5.5.
Yeah, just a little bit lower than the 6.
Okay, 5.5.
I mean, we gave Dweller a 6. He's significantly less powerful brute strength wise than Ravager would be. And I think they both fill a niche. Like, Dweller's a really good telepath, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he can collect information, but to actually, like, if you need to break in somewhere or...
Well, I think, yeah, I'm coming to think now, Ravager would be great for jobs you don't have a lot of information on because he can literally be
adapt
equal to
any
anything you throw at
situation,
him, right?
essentially, yeah.
Unless they're throwing out, like, intangible abilities, but
Yeah.
you can never really prepare for that.
Yeah.
Right? So I think, yeah, he'd be a great wild card. It's like, we don't know what's going on here. Just send in Ravager. What's the worst that can happen, right? Because
Especially
even
if
if
you
he
don't
doesn't
care.
find anyone strong, he still has super strength.
Yeah.
And particularly if you don't care if things just get kind of caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't care about collateral damage.
Yeah.
I think 5.5 I could accept. I think that's reasonable.
Okay.
What do you
Yeah,
guys?
six sounds good to me.
I'm good with 5.5.
Okay. We'll round it down to 5.5.
Okay, now we come on to Savage. So we have Ravager and Savage. I love the Dark Hunters so much. Truly the intellectuals of the universe. So, Savage is a Toa of Earth that was mutated by... Take a guess what he was mutated by.
Vizrak Venom.
The Borakal mutagen.
Okay, what do you think, Matt?
I'm going to say Protodermis because Protodermis is just the go-to, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You can tell Matt's like an old school Bionicle fan because he calls it Protodermis, not Energized Protodermis. It's like, back in my day, it only had one word in it, and it wasn't alive. Anyway, he was mutated by the Vizrak because Jacob cheated, I'm sure, and looked at the notes.
No, I didn't actually.
Right. We
Yeah,
believe you, Jacob.
Mhm.
I didn't. I guessed that.
I'm looking at the picture right now, and he's got all the Vizirac webs behind him. That's kind of a tell.
Yeah.
I wasn't even looking at the picture, I promise.
So he was mutated by the Visorak, and thus he became a Toa Hordica and was attacked on sight by his teammates because Toa are just transformed Matoran, which means if you're different from them, they will kill you on sight. Matoran are jerks. I hope this has become made clear. I am become death, the destroyer of people who look different. So this accelerated his bestial side taking over. So you know how the Hordica were racing against time so they didn't become Rahi?
Yeah.
This guy failed that race. Actually, he sprinted to the end, essentially.
To be fair, it was more like he was the horse and there were Matoran riding and whipping him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, get to the end, get to the end.
Giddy up. I want to put you in the archives, you filthy animal. Like, he can still talk. We can't put him in yet. They're looking at Kongu, like, or Kongu. They're like, he's a lame Matoran. He can't really talk, you know? It's not really Matoran. Anyway, that's if Greg had his way in the archives. So he was later recruited by the Shadowed One because nobody liked him and he was essentially a half man, half wild animal. And he can't speak since going full Hordica, and he will occasionally go completely insane. So the Dark Hunters have him locked up during these times.
Probably a good choice.
And what's funny is the damage he does to his cell, they take out of his pay. I'm like,
Nice.
oh, that's
really
brutal.
unfair.
I'm like, so essentially this guy's just a werewolf.
They gave the man a security deposit.
Yep. The Dark Hunters being landlords just makes so much sense, man.
Yeah, that's how they get their real money. Like, you know how
Rent
McDonald's
sharks.
gets their money from like renting out stuff? That's how the Dark Hunters get their money.
Brilliant.
So I'm like, so this guy's basically a werewolf, right? Where he'll just go crazy at certain times and has to be locked up and causes damage. And I think, okay, well, what are his powers? If he has so many drawbacks, what does he do? Well, he actually has some pretty good stuff. He has an Energy Hound level tracking ability.
Which means he
Which he
can
can
literally
track
track
anyone,
anyone
anywhere.
across the entire universe.
Yes, which is pretty good. He has Rotuka that paralyze their target. He unfortunately has no earth powers because it doesn't have the mental focus to utilize them. And he has a Triclaw that can liquefy matter. I'm like, okay,
Wow.
that's pretty intense. But how do you keep him in a cell if it's liquefying the matter?
You just take oh wait, no.
Maybe
never
he's
mind.
like in a bunch of water.
Wait, is
No,
it
he's in a
a
bunch
separate
of
weapon or is
quicksand.
it attached to him?
It's just a claw he has.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, it's just on its hand.
Okay.
So, what do we think for Savage?
Wait, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so if he can liquefy matter, can he, when he stops like touching it, or do we know like how the specifics work? So
We do not.
like it.
These are Dark Hunters, Samuel.
Okay.
This is all the lore we
Well,
have.
because I'm asking, like, does it stay liquefied, or does it?
That's a good
after
question.
A certain proximity or a certain amount of time.
Yeah, like if he
goes
hits
back?
it, does it just turn into water permanently? Or is it like when he's moving it through,
Yeah.
it's like it's water,
like-
and then it resolidifies?
You know
because that's cooler,
that
actually.
new Phineas and Ferb episode.
Yeah, where they
like,
turn the stuff
the
into-
boat on the road.
Yeah, they can
That's-
turn any matter liquid.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering. Like, is it like that?
That would be
I think
kinda
that's
cool.
cooler.
That's an interesting take on it.
So since we don't know the specifics,
And since
can
he
we
doesn't break
set-
out of his cell instantly, that would make more sense.
That's true. Can we set like how we should interpret it so we can?
Yeah, we'll interpret it that way. So now we're basing the VBR off of a thing that can liquefy matter while it touches it. And he has Energy Hound level tracking and a paralyzation Rotuka. How much would we pay for this guy?
He's one of those guys you can't trust.
Yeah.
I think the
I don't know.
lack
I mean,
of
he is
intelligence.
still a Toa after all.
And he's a Hordica Toa that's gone full
He's
Hordica.
a Rahi.
Yeah.
Effectively.
I guess that's
Yeah.
true.
He's
Giving
more
other
Rahi than a lot of other
Rahi
Rahi.
I
Man.
feel like he would be good for infiltration with someone who is able to like use an air power or something along those lines, because so imagine he liquefies a part of a wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't, since it has to be what he's touching, you would either have to be able to reach all the way through the wall, making a liquid enough portion for someone else to then swim through or get pushed through, or you have someone who can easily remove the liquid parts. So it's like, what if you have it liquefied and then you start scooping it away, right? Or letting it drain out and moving it away. So that way you slowly melt effectively a hole in the wall. It'd be kind of cool because it'd be super silent.
Yeah. Well, and he'd also be an interesting pair with anyone who has like earth or stone manipulation, because you could liquefy that, but since it's still earth or stone, presumably they could control it.
Yeah.
Right. So you could just quietly remove an entire wall.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. But it's a pretty niche.
It's very
use
niche.
case.
Like, I still wouldn't pay a whole lot for him.
However, if you're just wanting to cause like chaos or destruction, drop this guy somewhere and watch him go, right? Because then his downsides become upsides, where he goes into a berserker
That's true.
frenzy.
He is a perfect distraction.
Yeah. I think we'd use him like lurker, where it's just like, okay, go cause chaos, kill people, and then we'll swoop in and take over the tri-state area, right? So if we're thinking that,
I give him a 4.
Really, I'd put him at like a 1.5, because that's still
I
a
would
niche
bring him
use
up
case.
from that. I would say 2.5.
2.5?
Yeah.
And it also doesn't say that he's dumb. He's just kind of feral as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Matt?
Well, you need to account for the fact that at any point he can go into one of those fits of just animalistic insanity. So I think that sort of limits his usefulness with regards to like infiltration missions. But yeah, you can definitely just throw him into a mob and he'll cause some damage. I think you use this guy the same way you use the Tasmanian Devil, right? So I'd probably put him around at 3.
Yeah, I say you like
I think
airdrop him onto an island and just like let him go. You know, that would work.
Yep.
Put him on a deserted island, see how many people he kills. Wait, put him on
Who
an
said
island
anything
and
about
watch
a
it become a
deserted
deserted island. There we go.
I was like, where did you get deserted from?
I think, like, going back to the infiltration sort of thing, it would be interesting to pair it with the distraction. So if at first he's able to create the hole and then he goes berserk, that would be especially good, because then he would presumably distract away from the
We're also
infiltrated
forgetting
location.
his tracking ability, because if he's tracking a person or an object, right, like you just follow that guy to wherever he claws his way into it, and then you can take it and you can leave him if you want, I guess, right? Because he can exfiltrate on his own or
That's
die.
true.
Either way, it's like whatever. So that actually bumps him up a lot, because you're like, we're Zean corporate executives, right? We're evil. We're like, we need money. I need the Coca-Cola secret recipe. And then you're like, here, savage. And he sniffs a bit of Coca-Cola. He's like, I know where it is. And then he just like darts towards it and claws his way into the underground bunker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was envisioning. That's why I gave him a 4.
You know what? Maybe Jacob is ahead of his time. I could see like 2.5 to 3.
I said 2.5. Matt said 3. Jacob said 4.
I'll say 3.
Okay, let's just call it a 3.
Call it a 3. Call a spade, a savage, and a 3 a 3.
Yeah, I mean, his
5
name is
is right out. So now we move on to Seeker. Seeker, I barely know her.
You made that joke in the last one.
On Seeker?
No, just on
Oh.
the different. I think it was Lurker.
Exactly.
Can I just say for the record, this guy looks really cool.
Yeah, he does.
I thought you were gonna say, for the record, I don't know this guy. Talking about Thomas.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I don't know him either.
Okay. So, Seeker was a Brotherhood of Makuta servant who was, I have here in my notes, sent to guard. He was sent to guard the Kanohi Avoki. After it was stolen, he was fired. So now he looks for it so that he can take the Avoki for himself, because he's like,
Almost
those
like some
ungrateful
sort of
louts at the Brotherhood.
Seeker.
That makes sense.
Clever. And so, how does he look for this thing? Well, he has a few powers to help him out. He has no innate powers,
Wow.
but he does have a seismic staff, which weakens opponents and can send seismic attacks. And it is greatly increased damage on already weakened opponents. So it's a self-comboing weapon. He hits you, weakens you, and then blows you up with an earthquake.
That's
And
kind of cool.
I know,
actually.
I'm like, huh. I don't think there's any other like self-synergizing weapons in Bionicle, because most of them are just a one-hit kill. It's like, I liquefy your brain. You're done.
Vaki.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty interesting, but I'm also like, why would you have this guy guard the Evoki? He seems heckin' useless. And like, with seismic powers, it feels like he would possibly destroy it.
Yeah.
And his track record is currently 0. And he has his own mission to find the Evoki, not to really be loyal to the mission. So like, why would you want this guy?
I don't know, especially if you're a Dark Hunter. If you're like a Toa or something, I could see him being really useful.
But he's not even that good at seeking. He hasn't found the Evoki.
Yes, that's
Now,
true.
if he had the tracking, that would be helpful.
Now, to be
Not with
fair-
the Evoki, but
Imagine you're like, I'm going to go find the Evoki. And like, sorry, it's outside the universe. You're like, dang.
well darn.
Volparak's like, first time.
Yeah, this guy Loki looks really cool, not useful at all.
Yeah, like he mogs. That's about it. Not a fan.
We
His
could hire him
one-
for a looks maxing competition.
I think he's
His one
technically
ability
able.
is worse than a Toa of Earth.
To be fair, Toe of Earth are pretty good.
He is able to do something, and he is
That's
not
true.
actively detrimental to a mission, but he basically, like, there's virtually no other pro
There's
to
no
him.
ups.
So, like
I could
Yeah.
see
in
in a bargain, right? It's like,
Yeah,
oh, you
that's
get
what-
Gladiator and Seeker.
Yeah.
so
It's
that's
like,
what I was
okay.
gonna say. Like, I would probably give him 0.5 VBR.
I was thinking a 0.5 is fair.
The Seeker is like
$50,000.
one of those channels that you get in cable that just comes with the ones you actually want.
That's
Yeah.
true.
He's ESPN 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, so 0.5 VBR for Seeker, we're all good with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we come to Silence. Ooh. This Dark Hunter was found and mutated by Rudaka. Then he was recruited. That's like pretty much his whole thing. He doesn't even have like a full lore entry.
This is sounding very similar to another character that we know.
Now, what are his powers? He has a sound dampening aura out to about 3 feet. That's about 1 meter for our,
European friends.
like us, yes, because we're also European.
Yes.
For our American friends, that's about 3 feet. And he specializes in abductions. And he also wears heavy armor, which I think is very funny, because for 3 feet around him, nothing makes a sound, so he can wear whatever the heck he wants. No
That's
stealth
true.
disadvantages. For all our D&D players out there, you know how powerful that can be. And he comes equipped with a freeze Kanoka and a launcher. So assumably, he just walks silently into your room, shoots you and turns you into an ice cube, grabs you, and then walks out, and no one's the wiser unless they have eyes. But really, who can see?
So I have a question about how this works logistically. So the sound dampening is within presumably like a sphere around him. So 3 feet in diameter, or do you think it's 3 feet
I believe
in radius?
3 feet in diameter.
Okay, so that's not very much.
No, it's
But
not.
so, like, meaning any sound made within that
Correct,
is completely
Or
neutralized.
dampened.
Okay, like if you were to, for example,
Stand next to a screaming person, they'd make no sound.
Okay, as long as they were within that bubble.
Correct.
But what if he were to like stick a weapon out and hit a wall? It would make sound.
Presumably.
Okay. Interesting.
He only carries 2-foot weapons.
Okay. 2-foot weapon. Brilliant. No, and he holds his arms perfectly at his sides at all times.
Genius. So how much would we pay for this guy? Because he seems actually fairly useful, just not that powerful, right?
Yeah, I feel like he would be a good assassin because of the dampening, or just a general spy.
Oh yeah, I forgot the final fact. He is actually so stealthy that no one in the Dark Hunters knows what room he lives in.
Wow. That's
Which
crazy.
I'm like, huh, that's pretty funny. The Dark Hunters are, imagine in one cell they're Savage going, "Ah, ah, ah," and right next to him is just, what's this guy? Silence. And everybody's like, I have no clue where he is. And Silence is like, please, can I move out? And they're like, do you have a change of address? He's like, I don't know my address. He can't vote in the next Dark Hunter elections, which are all rigged, of course.
Obviously.
Shadowed One wins by 102%. Those are rookie numbers. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I'm quite fond of Silence, actually, I think. What do we think? I think I would go 2.5. Because if he outstealths all other Dark Hunters to where they don't even know where he lives, that's really impressive. And he's smart enough to use a Kanoka launcher, which are super versatile.
Yeah.
He's also pretty heavily armored and armed. Like, this guy has
Correct.
some
So if he gets in a
armament.
full-blown fight, he can still, like, combat normally, right?
Yeah. Like, if someone
I
were to
guess-
use a mask to, like, see him, like, artificially in some way, you know?
He can be seen.
He can be seen. So that's what I was going to point out is like, yeah, the negating the sound is helpful for like stealth, but it's not like he's in an invisible bear. Like he's, you know, he can just be looked at, and which is makes it
Slap
extra.
on the Huna and you have an invincible guy.
Well, yeah, and so like it makes it weirder for him to actually have large armor, because even though it makes sense sound-wise,
It's
it
still
doesn't make sense
cumbersome.
sight-wise, right? It's like you just bulked yourself up to make yourself even more noticeable. So I think that definitely detracts.
True. What do you think, Matt?
Oh, it's a very like narrow area of expertise, right? But like, you know, we do know. I think it's a Greg confirmed fact that Bionicles sleep. So
Yes, yeah, they do.
This dude could like. I mean, he's gonna be a master at abducting people. I mean, you can even scream and
That's
nobody
true.
will hear you if he's close enough. I mean, this dude is. You know, to be honest, this dude is like Chris Hansen's worst nightmare. So
Dang,
That's
on the
Roblox,
mission.
I'm afraid.
that's crazy.
Yeah, imagine like this guy, because once he gets to his target, I think he's armored enough and whatever that he could just run out and like people wouldn't catch him, right? So his main thing would be getting into where his target is.
Yeah.
Like if he's trying to get into a hut and like he grabs the Taraga, now the Taraga's in his field. He can't scream, he can't do anything.
Yeah.
Someone has to actually be looking. And people, I think, aren't really attuned to look for things that don't make any sort of sound, right? Because sound is always your first tip off that something's going on.
Yeah.
So like, if someone's moving and they're making no sound, you'd be like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
So I think that could be sort of an advantage, but I don't know if it's that crazy of an advantage. I still think 2.5 is fine.
I think I could be convinced to go 2.5.
I think 2.5. Yeah.
Okay. I was right. But now we move on to Guardian, the most trust me bro Dark Hunter to ever exist. Guardian was betrayed and left for dead by his tribe. He was later restored and recruited by the Dark Hunters. So, like, he was broken and whatever, and like, we can give you mechanical replacements. He's like, hey, yeah. And so he worked for him. So he now works to take out Dark Hunter prisoners who might talk. And it notes that during the Dark Hunter Brotherhood of Makuta War, he was very busy. Because I'm like, Dark Hunters have no reason to be loyal. Once you're captured, it's like, hey, Makuta, I'll give you whatever the heck you want. And they don't even have mental shielding, so I don't know why you wouldn't just telepathically get all the information out of them.
That's a good point.
Who knows? Everyone has mental shielding. It's all over the place. Everyone's secretly a Saimatoran. So,
Guardian's really good at his job. Even
Yeah.
before they get, he's like, if he thinks they might get captured, he's like, boom, done.
Yeah. It's like Primal, where he's really good at his job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So his powers are that he has a Rotuka staff that has stone and earth powers. That's a specific description as we get about the staff. It has stone and earth powers somehow. And in an alternate universe, that being the Dark Mirror universe, he took out several Toa in a fair fight somehow. So that is all the lore we have. Well, he shows up later, but I don't want to bring that up here. What do we think of Guardian? Because I'm like, how is he killing these Toa? Because it said he was keeping them off balance enough that they couldn't use, like, the Toe of Iron couldn't use his power to just one-shot Guardian. So I'm like, is he rapid firing his Rotuka? Is he like getting in close and like stabbing them like 10 billion times? Like, what do you mean he kept several Toa like occupied? How? Like, several Toa can take out Makuta.
I mean, that definitely implies that he's just really, really good at combat and obviously has like insane mastery over his Rotuka, right?
Yeah, I guess he could. Yeah, if it has all the effects that we would assume a Toe of Stone or a Toe of Earth could do, right? Which most Rotuka can replicate a lot of effects like that, like elemental Rotuka.
Yeah.
So if he's making like stone walls and jumping off of them like an earthbender from like Avatar, I could see that getting him a lot better. And it's a useful tool if he's trying to get in somewhere, because he could just make the stone wall disintegrate, walk in, right? So I guess if that's the case, I would believe it more, but we don't see any of that. So I'm like, I would like to see a little bit more before I give him such a heavy benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But I can't argue with his on-screen feats because they are busted. It's absolutely nuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he also has a very specific niche, though, right? It's like you need someone that you need to take out who's a prisoner. Send in Guardian.
Yeah.
Although, like, one of my employees gets captured. He has the Coca-Cola secret. Well, I'm Pepsi. He has the Pepsi secret recipe. I'm like, okay, Guardian, go kill him. I guess that's not an unreasonable thing to do, especially with wars and stuff. Oh, what do you I think maybe... You know what? It's a weird situation that he's specialized in, but it's an extremely important one if you want to maintain secrecy, right? Like Helrix, she would have paid big bucks for this guy after the Artaka debacle, right?
Yeah.
He's also extremely loyal, obviously.
Yeah.
Both by
like he's not going to go off book.
And from his history. So
I'm fine with saying 5.5 maybe? 6 even?
I think because we talked about this in the first episode, which is if there is such a, like if they really are a specialist, like truly a specialist, then they probably do deserve to be paid more because no one else can do that, right? And he, I think, falls very heavily into the specialist territory.
Because he's a specialist who can also do all-rounder stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I think I've talked myself up to a 6. Because with what he has done, that's like Lariska tier almost.
Yeah, I think the being able to fight several Toa, even though it doesn't make sense how he did it, is at least, like you said, you can't argue with the fact that it was done, right? So it's like, if he can do that again, then that's impressive in its own right. Plus, I think if you were to hire him, you would probably only be hiring him, right?
Yeah.
So it's
you
like,
wouldn't need those combo deals.
It would be, yeah, you would be willing to shell out a little bit extra cash for him.
Yeah. You know, I think 6 makes sense. What do you guys think?
I think 6 makes sense. I mean, he's the most competent that we've dealt with today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, Savage is definitely the most competent.
I could get behind 6. Yeah.
Okay. But we can't get behind 7, am I right, folks? Kill me. Now we move on to Tyrant.
I'm gonna hire Guardian to come get you, Tillman.
So we come to Tyrant. He is a member of the Shadowed One species. And we have a quote here from the book. Tyrant was the brutal ruler of a small island to the south. His subjects lived in mortal fear of him, as well they should have, considering that finding new and better ways to perform executions was his favorite hobby.
That's crazy.
I was like,
it's insane.
Run away.
That was just so out of left field. I'm like, what? And he joined, I put this in quotes, the Dark Hunters during the Toa Dark Hunter War. He's like, ooh, I want to kill Matoran, yay! And he spent most of the war just trying to undermine and usurp the Shadowed One.
Shocker.
Can't believe this guy named Tyrant would try to take over my organization. No. And so the Shadowed One got fed up and he sent him into a trap. And then Tyrant got beat really bad. And so he got beat by Toa because they're in the Toa Dark Hunter War. And Tyrant vowed vengeance on the Toa and the Shadowed One as he just walked, I think, slowly backwards into the sea. It's like, I'll get you next time, and your little Shadowed One too. And then he has never appeared again. It says, status unknown. No one has seen Tyrant since he disappeared in the ocean. No one has missed him either.
I'd like to think that he just can't breathe water. 2 feet under the water. or
he goes underneath the water and instantly Amphibiax just blitzes him and he dies.
That's funny.
So, what can Tyrant actually do? Well, he can absorb heat and then blast it out. Original. We should put this guy up against Kai in Death Battle.
Yeah, exactly.
And he can levitate on superheated air. I'm like, oh, that's actually super sick.
You know what this means, right? Red guy fire.
Oh, and he is red. That's genius.
Yep.
He's also heat and cold resistant, and he has a cannon on his left arm. I'm like, okay, that part's definitely the coolest. Like, imagine having a cannon for an arm. You've heard of cannon for a leg, but now cannon for an arm. I hope this will be funny one day.
Probably not.
How much would we pay for Tyrant?
I feel like he's competent
Sorry,
and powerful. Although he did get defeated by the Toa. So
yeah. I feel like if I want someone brutally executed, it's him and Lurker that I would go to. But I feel like if I want to brutally execute someone, I would just do it. Like, right? If you're evil, like, I feel like that's the fun part. It'd be like if someone gives you like
personally, like you would actually. I'm like, wow, Thomas's true colors are showing.
It'd be like if someone give you steak and potatoes, right? The steak being brutal executions on this plate of evil, and the potatoes being like logistics. You'd be like, can I have just the steak? I feel like the steak is the main draw, right? So brutal executions for evil people would be the steak. And Tyrant would take away the steak and just leave you with the potatoes, which are good, but they're not.
This is the weirdest.
I'm sorry. I'm losing it. Someone else should take over, bro.
Tyrant?
I'm thinking 2 VBR?
I think that's probably close to where I'd put him.
You think that low? I mean, he definitely has his uses.
I mean, he spends all his time trying to usurp people in power and brutally torture people.
That's a good point.
And I feel like we don't even know how good he is at anything because it just says his subjects were the ones he brutally tortured, right?
Mm-hmm. Who were presumably Matoran.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which
so
is
it's
like stealing
wow,
candy from a baby.
That's a really impressive feat you got there.
And he joins the war. We don't know if he actually killed any Toa. The one time he fights, he loses.
Yeah.
And he's obviously not intelligent enough to outfox the Shadowed One saying, yeah, go over here. Like, I feel like this guy's just bad in every area.
I actually might have just convinced myself he's a 1.
I think a 1.5, because being able to shoot, he can absorb heat then blast it. That's not saying he can't generate heat, so there has to be some heat nearby.
Yeah, you'd be taking a really big risk with him.
I'm thinking, 1 or maybe even 0.5. This guy stinks.
I think a 2. He has potential.
It kind of seems like baggage, you know?
I mean, if you want someone who can absorb heat and wants to do like cool stuff, just get Fire K-Drax.
Drakaz.
Fire Drakaz. I can't believe you were so quick with that.
I knew. As soon as you said fire, I was like, he's going to say Fire K-Drax, so I'm ready for him.
Yeah, I feel like Fire Drakaz is just better. Drakaz.
Drakax, I guess, is probably how it is.
Anyway, the cannon for the arm is second. Sweet, though. Does that boost him up any?
I'll give him 1.5. I don't know.
We good with 1.5 then?
I could live with 1.5, yeah.
1.5.
Okay.
All right.
Now we come to Spinner, who I barely know.
Thomas.
He is an air Toa. He is an air Toa who was thrown into a massive pit during a fight. He says it was his teammate who did it, but that's unlikely because they were a bunch of Toa. But when he got transformed and he was mutated by the Dark Hunters once he joined them, he only wanted to hunt Toa, which again gives credence to the fact that it probably wasn't his teammate who pushed him. And if it was his teammate who pushed him in, it's because this guy was heckin' evil. Right? Because it's like, oh, be like if like your brother pushed you down like some stairs, you'd be like, ow. And then like the doctors come and you're like, I want to only kill my brother. Right? It's like maybe your brother had a reason for doing that. Dude, these analogies are so stupid.
No, actually that one worked.
Okay.
I don't know about that, but...
So, Spinner was severely damaged by the fall, but was later found and recruited Guardian style. But his powers are actually pretty interesting. He has vertigo eye beams. Alfred Hitchcock would like that. He has no elemental powers, though. However, he has a modified sort of elemental ability in that all nearby air is heavy and toxic around him. So you know how like Silence had like that 3-foot aura of silence? Spinner has the 3-foot aura of death cloud, right? He's just like farting constantly. Anyway, he also has twin spinner staves, which make a target lose their balance if they're hit. But if he combines them and shoots both spinners at once, it will put the target into a coma. But this will use a ton of energy from Spinner and can actually incapacitate him if he uses too much. So I think this is just a guy that hated his teammates and wants an opportunity to kill people. He's like, dang, I'm constrained by the Toa code. He falls down a pit. I'm free! Yeah, baby! And also, if he didn't want to live this life, he was knocked down a nearly endless pit. He's a Toa of air. Guess what they can do? Fly!
Well, no,
or at least survive very high falls by, just updrafting themselves, right?
Yeah.
So I think this guy is just a liar, like Devastator levels liar. What do we think about Spinner?
I think he might be a bit homicidal, yeah.
Yeah, it does note that he's extremely bad at stealth because having a giant toxic air cloud around you tips people off pretty easily.
He's also like, man, I like how it says in Biosector, it's like he had some upgrades. Like, yeah, look at this guy. He had more than some upgrades. That's like saying I had some Botox, and then it's like,
You had some Botar?
Exactly.
That's what Botar's replacement is, Botox.
Yeah. True.
See, when they both show up, they make you look like stone-faced.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, but like this guy, like, I don't know, man. He's not useful, and plus he only fights Toa. That like reduces his usefulness.
Yeah.
By like, I don't know, degrees, massive amounts of degrees.
Well, It's also weird that he has vertigo eye beams, and then when the spinner staves makes the target lose balance. It's like, I'm feeling like there's some redundancy here, right? It's like, I don't know about this.
His whole design just seems completely incongruent and random. What do you think, Matt?
Man, I don't know. It's like he makes you dizzy and he has a stank cloud. I think this guy might be. I mean, at least he's not gonna like kill the team leader, right? Which like half of these guys are gonna do that.
Personally, I think he kind of falls into the Seeker realm, which was since Seeker only had like the seismic staff, which it's like, okay, that's about all that he has going for him. It's kind of the same sort of thing with Spinner, where it's like he only has this like toxic cloud and the eye beams.
Well, it's even
effectively,
funny,
right?
I was thinking about it. I'm like, this guy would make a great boss for like a Matoran campaign, because Matoran could kill him. They could just like shoot him with a bow or a disc or stab him if they hold their breath, right? Because not like it's like a corrosive cloud. It's just normal toxicity, right? You have to breathe in. So like, if you just hold your breath and stab him, what's he gonna do? And if you close your eyes, maybe he can't vertigo eye beam you.
I think I give this guy a 1.
I think 1 is fair.
Yeah.
It's like he's just not that useful.
1 is probably generous.
And if you put someone in a coma, he goes in a coma. It's like, what? The law of equivalent exchange. He's a huge Full Metal Alchemist fan.
Mm-hmm.
I think 1 is fair because Seeker we gave 0.5, and he has at least a little something going for him. So
now we come to Subterranean, who was an Onu Matoran who was tragically mutated by a Ga-Metru lab during the Toa Dark Hunter War. Presumably by a Ga-Metru lab leak, the one that, did the Kavinka.
Yeah.
That's my guess on that same lab link. So like, you know how like the Daredevil goo made Daredevil blind and made the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Similar sort of thing here. I'm not joking.
That is canon.
Yeah. And we also know that Ga-Metru lab were trying to replicate energized protodermis. So I'm like, it was probably just energized protodermis or some form of it.
Mm-hmm.
So when he went to go see his friends, they were terrified of him. And so he left the city with the Dark Hunter's door after the war was over. Matoran are jerks. I don't know how else to say it. Because he was an Onu Matoran, so he might have known Archivist. And you know when he showed up, they're like, I can't wait to put this guy in a tuba. Yeah, so his powers are he has super sensitive hearing. So he avoids Sonic Toa, obviously, but he has sound dampening armor to counteract the worst of the hearing issues. And he can disassemble any object with a touch. I'm like, oh, that's really impressive.
That is actually really
and
cool.
he can temporarily immobilize people with a glance.
Wow.
Like, whoa.
So basically, he's essentially just a better version of Spinner already, just with that one power.
Yeah, literally. And his status is listed as active. Most recently, I dispatched Subterranean to meet with a tribe of Frostalus to discuss an alliance, on the theory that he is one of the few beings uglier than they are. I'm like, wow, everyone's a jerk. Subterranean's not even that bad looking. Like, this guy's not chopped. Everyone just has crazy high standards.
Hold on, I gotta bring up a picture.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing it too.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I mean, he's
What is
definitely
that
not a
build?
handsome fellow, if you know what I'm saying.
But is he, like, ugliest being in the universe ugly?
I genuinely think he's less ugly than like half the guys we've looked at already.
Yeah. Like,
got, like,
Gatherer is just like a
man.
hulking mass of metal, and people
I
would say
like
he's
Gatherer.
ugly. I think he's cool, but I also think Subterranean's cool.
Yeah, he looks kind of cool. I mean,
Anyway, we should title this series Matoran are jerks.
Well, so I want
he's
to
not
see-
even evil. He's
When
just
we
a
go
dude.
through this, I want to see how many of the Dark Hunters were mutated Matoran or mutated Toa, and how many of them became Dark Hunters because they were instantly rejected by either their Toa comrades or their Matoran friends.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that whole species has a problem.
Yeah, they have major issues, bro. But his powers are so insane. I don't know why he's called Subterranean, though. It's like, yeah, he's an Onu Matoran, but
It's
like,
because he was mutated probably underground.
yeah, but who cares? Where you get mutated, we don't call Spinner Bottomless Pit. Right?
Good point.
maybe all the other names were taken.
The guy named Bottomless Pit is like, hey, get off here, bro. Kid named Bottomless Pit. Anyway, so going over his powers again, super sensitive hearing, but sound dampening armor, can disassemble any object with a touch, and can temporarily immobilize people with a glance. What can't this guy do?
I mean, we don't know how effective he is as a fighter, but he
Touches you. Disassembles
well, that's
your
a
face.
good point.
It says objects, though, not people.
But even in the case of someone who's built out of like mechanical parts, would that not count?
I don't think it would.
Huh?
Really?
So I don't think it
disagree.
would. But I think he'd be great at like destroying all sorts of robots, right? Because those are objects, they would get destroyed.
Vaki, he's just like
Yeah,
boop, boop,
exactly.
boop,
He could
boop,
one tap all Vaki, all Exotoa, all Hydraxin robots.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, that's a pretty good niche to have. And then any sort of weapon or lock or security system, boop, he touches it, it's
Vehicle.
done. Door. Yeah, like get this guy to anything, any object you want destroyed, it's done. And it's like, okay, that's pretty good. If someone tries to stop him, he just immobilizes them. It's like, what do you do against that? He looks at you and then like touches all your equipment and you're naked and dead. Like,
What do you think is considered one object? So, like, for example, if he were to just go lean against the Colosseum with the whole thing collapse.
He touches the great story engine. Whoa. I don't know. I could see this guy almost at like, considering we don't have enough feats about him, I think 5 is probably fair because the one object limit could be a major limitation. And the glance thing maybe isn't permanent. Maybe it's like, wow, he's looking at you. Like a reverse weeping angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting from that.
And
'Cause
apparently
it does
he's
say
ugly as all
temporarily,
sin.
So.
I mean, that still could be really helpful, especially in a team. Like, if you have Lariska, for example, who's like a really good fighter, but you have someone who's also either super dexterous or like they are able to evade attacks, all you have to do is catch their eye for a second, right? And then boom, Lariska just takes them out.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that would be a good combo.
Yeah, I think this guy, you're right, would be better on a team because he can ensure everyone else's attacks could land, even though his won't necessarily kill someone, right? Like, even pair him with just like a brute strength guy, Gladiator. If you're paralyzed in front of Gladiator, you're toast.
Oh, I just thought of something really cool. Wait. No, never mind. Because the sound bubble on silence doesn't stop sound from coming in.
As far as I know.
Okay. Because I was going to say,
I know, that would have been a crazy
combination,
combo.
they would have been great.
Yeah. That would have been so cool, actually. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I think he's pretty good. What do we think, 5 or 6?
I think I'd put him at a 4.5 to 5. Yeah,
he doesn't have like the ferocity that you really need for.
Yeah, he is just a Matoran.
Yeah, like you really need somebody that just has no scruples at all if you're gonna really hit that Dark Hunter peak. But yeah, okay. I feel like 5 is good.
5? Mm-hmm. I'm good with 5. You good with 5, Matt?
Yeah, I mean he's got some good powers. He's got wide childbearing hips. I think the guy's a 5.
Pohatu and this guy would get along really well.
Matt's like, he immobilized me with the glance and he didn't even use his power. Matt at the start of this guy's ugly as all get out. He's chopped. Matt at the end of it, will you have my kids? I have a feeling we'll be seeing one Dark Hunter show up in the Renaissance VFX project.
Oh gosh.
Just so you know, Matt, you don't have to take this slander.
You can leave it anytime.
What did we agree
5,
on?
I think.
Did we say 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we move on to Tracker.
Thomas.
Don't you dare.
I could see the temple like the veins bolting as he's trying to restrain himself.
Tracker was a mutated guy who changes his story on what actually mutated him. So he should, if we're going by bottomless pit theory, he shouldn't have a name, or he's just constantly changing his name. His name's Tracker because someone tracked him down and killed him. So he hates Rudaka and the Visorak. Like, who doesn't really, bro? Get in line. And he, presumably, because they actually did mutate him. I'm like, okay, that would make sense, right? And also makes sense why I wouldn't want to tell anyone because that's kind of embarrassing. It's like, yeah, you're not original, bro, okay? He did actually track down Rudaka post the Hordica arc, though. So he's the only one to actually really get his vengeance. That and like Tobe Duck, kind of. So he kind of has a fun little story. It's like, I got mutated by Rudaka, presumably. I won't tell anyone. Yeah, I finally got Rudaka. We should kill her. End of story. What a thrilling adventure this has been. His powers are that he is an extremely good tracker.
Makes sense.
He also has super strength. And he has a pet bull that can dissolve solid matter with its horns.
I just had to throw that last bit in there, didn't they?
Yeah. Side note, but this thing looks more like a puppy than a bull. I'm sorry. Every time
it's
I
a
see
small
those
bull.
ears,
Yeah,
it's a mini. It's like a fader bull, Jacob.
Every time I see those ears, I just think puppy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like a bull. They needed to turn the horns like in or something. Or I guess out.
Its name is Istan. Istanbul and Constantinople. So, what do we think about Tracker? Because he has shown to actually be a good tracker. He has some level of super strength, and having a pet bull that can dissolve solid matter with its horns is a pretty good win con against anyone they would happen to fight, right? I'm thinking 3.5, maybe 4.
I think I would put
4.
him. I would drop him to 3.5 personally, because having the bull is helpful, but only if the bull is not restrained, right? It's not attached to his being. it could be in an entirely separate location. So,
yeah, true.
And it's not like he can magically summon it to himself or something.
Yeah.
So I think giving him the benefit of the bull is dangerous because it's not really something that he has all the time.
Like if it's at Bull like daycare or something.
Yeah, exactly. It went to Grandma Bull's house.
I thought you were gonna say it went to a China shop or something.
Yeah, I would say a 3.5, but I'm gonna give an extra 0.5 for the pupper, so I'll put him at 4.
Yeah,
Fair.
the totally not dog.
I mean,
bull.
it is unique too.
Yeah.
I do like that. That is pretty cool. So, okay, I'll accept 4. We'll see.
Every
Okay,
tracker's gotta have his dog,
Except for who was it? Seeker.
Yeah.
No, not Seeker. Savage.
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 Seeker
doesn't
is
have
a
a
tracker.
dog.
He just sucks at it.
This is
And
a slight
Spinax doesn't
side
have a
note.
dog.
Who?
Spinax. He doesn't have a dog.
That's because you're stupid.
Maxilus is his dog.
Speaking of, I really feel like looking at this model, this is where the inspiration for Maxilus and Spinax came from. Like, it's almost uncanny, even the posing.
I could see that. Yeah, actually.
You heard it. Jacob's looking at models who are posing.
What does that even mean?
Stupid.
Anyway, now we move on to
What was that?
Now we move on to Triglax, who is a shapeshifter. He was one of the ones sent out to get the Nui stone, and he looked like Kitongu during some of it. And thus, that's why the cover of the Dark Hunters book has Kitongu on it. He is literally just created by Greg, so he could have that make sense. And the one other thing we know about Triglax is he's said to be obnoxious.
Did Greg base this off of himself, or?
There is a fan story that got canonized, and Triglax is in it, but he just like impersonates a Toa or whatever. So, Triglax, I'm like, being a shapeshifter, but you don't seem to take on the powers of what you turn into is fine, but I don't know, maybe a 3, because like you could just get someone with the mask of illusion and do the exact same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's still pretty useful. He seems competent enough, but he's a jerk, but I don't think that really matters. I'm thinking 3 seems fair.
I mean, shapeshifters are pretty useful, but there is some advantages over actual shapeshifting, or to actual shapeshifting over just illusion.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd give him a 4.
I would go between 3.5.
I'm sticking at 3. I'm sticking 3.
I think 3.
We'll just go 3.
Okay, so now we have Vanisher. I barely know her.
Thomas.
Thomas.
He is a suspected traitor. And then the Shadowed One's like, okay, well, I'll give him some loyal partners like Kreka, right? To make sure and keep him honest. These guys keep mysteriously disappearing after every mission.
Oh, no.
And the Shadowed One's like, I really don't like that. But this guy's so heckin' good, I'll give him a pass. However, during the Brotherhood of Makuta War, he was sent out on a mission. And the Shadowed One's like, I have a plan to make sure if he's really a spy or not. He had someone tail Vanisher. Then he had someone tail the tail on Vanisher just to see if this guy is a traitor. So if Vanisher takes out the tail, then he'll know it's like, he's a traitor because he took out the tail, because the tail on the tail would tell the Shadowed One. That's a tall tale, I know, but moving on to Vanisher's powers. He can make intra-dimensional gates at will. So not extra-dimensional gates like the Olmec. Intra-dimensional gates. So he can only go between points in the universe. So he can't do other dimensions, and he cannot move others through his portals. They're just for him. And this power may be something innate, or it may be linked to his staff. He's super secretive, so no one really knows. But he has one other cool little ability. He can trap opponents' attacks in a pocket dimension and then use them whenever he feels like. So imagine like Villager from Super Smash Bros., where you can just absorb something and then shoot it right back out. And since presumably this pocket dimension is like kind of timeless, spaceless, he could take like an energy attack and then just wait like a day and shoot it back out without having it be like degraded.
Huh.
So
that's kind of cool.
I was like, that's actually a really good power, because any sort of projectile that he could see, he can just straight up absorb and use whenever, right? So you could be fighting him, and if he fought like a Kanoka spewing monster, he could just hit you with like a hailstorm of discs, and there's nothing you could really do. And even if you do like get a cheap shot on him, he can just teleport away.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you supposed to do against that?
I have to say, this one is probably, Vanisher's probably the coolest looking one we've seen today.
Yeah, that build is sick.
Yeah, I really like, he's one of my favorites.
The purple goes hard, and that red, the rubber band on the mask.
Mm-hmm.
And he has
Really?
the Matatu, which is like the coolest Taraga mask.
True, although debatably not actually a mask, maybe just his face.
Greek fever strikes again. So I was like, this guy would legitimately be super hard to kill and would be amazing on all sorts of missions. Like, if I was in the Shadowed One's place, I'd be like, yeah, I would keep him on staff because this guy is busted as heck. He's worth the traitor tax, essentially, right? And plot twist, he wasn't a traitor. He just liked working alone and killing his partner. Which I don't know if that makes him worse or better than a traitor.
Yeah,
Well,
I think it's
and-
worse.
It says his partners mysteriously disappear. We don't know that he was the one who was killing
He's
them.
keeping the partners in his pocket
Well, that's
dimension.
what I was gonna say. I was like,
He
wait a
might
second.
actually be.
Maybe he just has this weird like quirk where he just likes keeping people in his pocket dimension.
Bro is the Trazen of Bionicle. That's a Warhammer
Yeah,
reference.
okay.
well, he's been collecting all of his partners for years to just build up to one kick-ass Avengers Endgame moment.
True.
Makuda's like, you can't defeat me. Vanisher's like, I know, but they can. It's just a bunch of guys who are like half dead, like, water.
They just all come out. They're like, "Where are we? What are we doing here?"
Then they get obliterated by
Makuda. Yeah, exactly. Instantly decimated.
That's pretty funny.
Devengers
You know-
Endgame.
I
Okay.
think that Vanisher is both very cool and could be extremely effective because I think the portal usage is really neat. And we see Brutaka who can do interdimensional, but even his interdimensional portals are super useful, right? Like, he is one of the most effective fighters. And then on top of that, you add the portals, they're just broken as heck, right?
Yeah.
I think having Vanisher with the portals, it seems the way he uses them is also super effective. And so he's obviously competent with his powers, and he is able to do clever things with his powers as well. So there's no one else like that on the Dark Hunters, as far as I know, that we've gotten to. So I would probably put him at like a 7.5.
I think I would put him up to a 9. I think he's Lariska tier almost.
Well,
Maybe
here's
an 8.
the thing. Here's what holds him back from being Lariska tier is I think that, one, you can only have him. You can't send him with any other teammates because he'll just
That's
disappear.
That's a good
Wait, no,
point.
send him with Primal. It's genius.
Primal, Airwatcher, and Vanisher all on the team.
And two, like he's not forthcoming, and so if he finds out any information that doesn't like immediately pertain specifically to the mission, he's not going to share it with you, which is not necessarily a con, but other Dark Hunters might share something that they find that seems relevant, but he will never do that.
Yeah, this
So
guy's
those are the-
tight-lipped.
Those are kind of the two things that I'm thinking of.
I think I could put him at an 8 or a 9. We haven't seen enough of him to know like if his reaction speed can keep up with like the high tiers in terms of blocking attacks, right?
Yeah.
Because you'd have to see it coming to, deflect it. So he's still vulnerable to like sneak attacks and stuff. And presumably his portals can't go everywhere. Otherwise he would just be like the ultimate Dark Hunter that they'd send on everything, right? So there are assumed limits that would make him within the bounds of feasibility, but I think even with those assumed limits, he's pretty busted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to put him on Lariska level, so I'd give him a 7.5.
That's exactly what I was thinking. 7.5.
I'm good with 7.5.
I think it shows that he's definitely in the top tier. But
the working alone is a huge detriment as well.
Yeah.
And like Lariska works great with other people.
Yeah.
So now we move on to everybody's favorite thing that they played in middle school. The recorder. I barely know her.
Stop.
Recorder is not really a Dark Hunter. He's just the guy that records everything that the current leader of the Dark Hunters says. So if Lariska's in charge, he's jotting down everything she says. When the Shadowed One's there on Odina, he's jotting down everything he says. He was powerful enough to survive getting tossed across the room by the Shadowed One when he was mad. This happened when he suggested that perhaps Pterodax was stronger than the Shadowed One. That's it. What do we think about Recorder? Because essentially, keep in mind, he's recording everything they say on stone tablets. So this guy must have some form of super speed to scrape that out. Like, he's the ultimate court reporter.
I imagine Recorder as like this little, like, I don't know, like winged creature with like really sharp claws that just like furiously scribbles things out.
Ooh, that's actually really cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going to have an interesting take here, I think. I would actually pay quite a lot not to have him on a mission because I think he would be extremely vital because he would have written basically everything the Dark Hunters have ever said, right? So it's like you would want to protect him with your life because if you get a hold of him, he is their library, right?
Yeah.
He's always sent on a mission with Guardian. Guardian's like, slip up, Scooby. I know you're gonna.
That's exactly what I was thinking. So it's like, why would you ever want to put him in that position?
You, as the client, wouldn't give a flip.
Oh, that's a good point.
So it would be the onus on the Dark Hunters.
Us to not take him. So
he's a positive like 0.5. No, he's not. He doesn't go on missions. But I just thought if. Like, say you're in like a Xian boardroom and you pull up with a recorder, you're like, okay, now we can log everything. Or you could send him into like an opposing like board meeting and have him log everything and be like, oh. Or like hide him in the air ducts and have him like scrape away everything he hears.
Yeah.
Pair him with Dweller. Cool. Dweller could listen into people's thoughts, then Recorder could write it down. A lot of combos here. And if he writes in a separate language, you need like a Mask of Translation user to even read what he says, which could be like a cool code thing.
True.
You know, I don't know how, but I'm thinking this guy's like a 2, maybe a 2.5.
I can see it. I'd buy that.
This was a joke entry.
No, I really...
This is like Greek Fever, where it's so good that we're like, actually, you know, never mind.
And he's still better than Primal.
I think I'll accept 2.5.
What do you think, Matt?
I'm sticking him at a 0. I think the guy's way too big of a liability. He's basically like, you know, he's Dark Hunter TMZ. If he gets out there and gets captured, everybody's gonna get canceled. You know, the one time Shadowed Ones used the hard R. Now everybody's in trouble.
Dark Hunter Epstein list.
Great point.
The Shadowed One called him Recorder instead of Recorda.
Dark Hunter TMZ is incredible. I love that.
Wait. Actually, if he is like the Dark Hunter Epstein list, even if he gets captured, you're still good because no one would face any consequences. It's genius.
Where? How? Wait, how are you coming to that conclusion?
The Epstein list?
Yeah, no. Never mind.
Let me tell you a little story about a guy named Jeff.
No. That's not. It doesn't matter.
So I think that I agree with Matt because he's saying what I was saying earlier effectively, which is like, yeah, you wouldn't want him to go on. So I think he would be a 0. I'm revising the 2.5 because if you were allowed to pay for him, yes, like 2.5 I think would be reasonable. But I think it would be a 0 because they just wouldn't let you hire him. Like, if I was the Dark Hunters...
But it's how much we're willing to pay, not how much we would actually be able to pay. Like, we're not paying the Dark Hunters to not put Primal on the team, right? They don't do that.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that's true.
So put him as a 0/2.5.
0/2.5. That's not confusing at all.
No, actually, yeah. No, it makes sense, though.
Oh, so now we have another technical entry. This is an aide who wore bright yellow armor. That's my favorite Dark Hunter. And there's a note here on BioMedia, or Biosector, perhaps. It is unclear if this character is intended to be Centrak, the recorder, or somebody else entirely. And he comes from one single quote. Vezok glanced up to see that Ancient had handed the Makoki stone to the Shadowed One. The seated figure examined the tablet for a few moments, then handed it to an aide in bright yellow armor. That is all the lore that we have on aide in bright yellow armor. How much
Obviously
would we know? He's at least tablet tier. He can hold tablets really well.
Well, that makes him at least a 2.5 then.
Yeah, and he's
the aide in yellow armor is just an iPad kid. Yeah. He can hold tablets really well.
And he's trusted enough to have the Makoki stone, which is like a super valuable object. So obviously this guy can keep a secret, unlike the Blabbermouth recorder. So, what's this, a 3.5? 4? Pair this guy with Vanisher and nobody's getting nothing out of him. Guardian would be like, I don't have to touch him.
It's obviously Centrak.
I was going to say, I feel like this is definitely referring to Centrak.
I actually think it's talking about the recorder.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because we don't get a description of the recorder's thing. Who is always standing next to the Shadowed One?
Centrak.
The recorder.
Well, Centrak is the Shadow One's bodyguard.
Yeah, he kind of like looms above, though.
And also,
you wouldn't give it to Centrak because Centrak wouldn't care about looking at it. Centrak's an undead, brainless moron.
Exactly.
Why is he going to look at the Makoki stone for a few seconds?
Because
I mean, he would be examining it like the same way that, like, you know, a dog looks at the treat right before it eats it. You know, like, it's not a conscious thought like, oh, you know, I wonder if I could use this to betray the Shadowed One. It's just like, ooh, pretty stone.
It doesn't even say that he looked at it. Sorry, the Shadowed One was looking at it. Then he just handed it to the aide in bright yellow armor.
Okay, well, there you go. Even
more
better then.
credence to our theory.
Okay, so it may be Centrak. Anyway, I still think it's the recorder.
What other Dark Hunter famously has yellow armor? Come on.
The recorder.
Lies. Verifiable lies.
I mean, famously, yellow armor is also a Shadowed One thing. Like, he has yellow in his armor.
Just hand it to a mirror. He's like, here, handsome, take this.
So for aid in bright yellow armor, if he is an entirely separate character, how much are we paying for this guy?
0. I don't need him. I can hand things to other people.
One VBR is $100,000, right? We could maybe give him like a 0.01 because having just a normal aide is pretty useful, right? Like a secretary or like, I don't know, a front desk manager. That guy could, this guy could do that.
I guess.
No problem.
All right, 0.1.
Or you can just like, you know, mind control somebody or, you know, anything of the sort.
I feel like mind controlling somebody is easier than paying them $3 or harder than paying them $3.
No way.
What are you not telling us, Jacob?
Where are you getting this information?
So, Matt, I'm thinking 0 from you. I can sense it.
Yeah. No, I'm in agreement with the group.
A hard 0.
Hard 0. So now we come to Vengeance. And the entirety of Vengeance's lore all comes from a builder showcase in LEGO Magazine. So, here's what it says. This Dark Hunter fought in the last battle of the Toa Dark Hunter War, alone against Toa Lee Khan. He was defeated and trapped, but escaped years later. He sought revenge on Lee Khan, only to learn that the Toa had already been killed by Makuta. Frustrated at being cheated out of his revenge, Vengeance transferred his rage to Makuta and swore to someday end that entity's existence. Like,
wow.
Wouldn't it actually be crazy if Vengeance ended up being the one to kill Makuta?
They're like, where's Makuta in Destiny War? We gotta find him to end the war. And Vengeance like took him out. Easy.
They like climb into the brain and there's just Vengeance ripping Makuta into pieces and he like tosses him to the side. He's like, that's done. And he just walks off. Written and directed by George Lucas.
So, Vengeance does have powers. Vengeance is armed with an extremely powerful shield capable of deflecting virtually any attack. He also has wings for flight and twin horns that deflect mental assaults. His Rotuka spinners are capable of taking on solid form for a split second and slicing through even the hardest metals. This is designed by Malone Lamarda. who was age 10, loves to build Bionicle and other LEGO models, along with playing baseball, basketball, and flag football. He is currently in 5th grade, and his favorite subject is math.
He is not currently in 5th grade, most likely.
No, he got held back a lot. He loves flag football. So, I was like, nice job, Malone, because this is a 6 set of abilities.
Yeah. It's also a pretty cool build.
Yeah, it is.
So, he has a shield that can deflect virtually any attack. He has wings that he can fly with, and horns that deflect mental assaults, and Rotuka that can slice through pretty much anything.
I mean, he basically is an all-rounder.
Yeah, that's just straight up phenomenal.
Yeah. Does he have any disadvantage?
Yeah, no. Imagine if his horns could also liquefy solid matter. Bro, give this guy a pet bull now. So, his twin horn things, though, reminded me of the, what are they called? The Goddle? Like the goat guys from Star Wars, where their horns give them, like, precognition abilities.
Yeah. Is that what they're called? But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's just in that comic.
Yeah, I love that comic. What are we thinking? Because this guy sounds busted as heck.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Although, to be fair, his vengeance might get in the way of some missions. Like, if you're anywhere near a Makuta, I feel like he might just beeline right for it, right?
Only Makuta Pterodax, really. It doesn't seem like he's overly obsessed with the other Makuta, but
true. And if you're near Makuta Pterodax, like, I don't know what you're doing in the first place.
Yeah, you're already cooked. It doesn't matter what the mission is at that point.
Yeah, mission survive.
Yeah.
So, I think he's pretty cool. I think I'd give him like a 6, maybe? He seems to fit in that range of having extremely solid powers, not an unstable personality, and his creator really likes flag football. Like, what do you guys think? I'm thinking 6.
I feel like he could go 7, and that shield, that's a boon and a half. And also being able to deflect mental assaults is the other thing, because I feel like mental assaults are the one that often overcome physical attack. And so having immunity to both is huge, actually.
Yeah, you're right. This guy's a complete... Wait, I'm looking now at the complete package of his powers. He has a shield that can deflect, not just withstand, nearly any attack, which I would assume works like vibranium, where you don't even feel much, right? He can fly, so if you can't fly, you have to shoot up at him. He has immune to telepathy, so like you can't beat him with a lot of normal standard bypass abilities. And he has Rotuka that he can shoot, and Rotuka can go crazy far distances that can chew through anything. This guy is like almost untouchable. I'm like, the only thing I'm thinking of are like area of effect, like toe of gravity, magnetism sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to have literal control over him or his fundamental environment to even take him out.
Spinner to like set him off balance, that kind of thing.
Yeah. But that would require hitting him when he can deflect it back at you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's why I asked earlier. I'm like, what is his what are his weaknesses?
Well, it's not that he has no weaknesses. He's self-synergistic, like crazy combos here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'd put him like at least 8.5.
Yeah, I'm thinking 8.
Yeah, I think an 8. You're right. He's got a little bit of a hang up with Pterodax, but outside of that, he doesn't seem to be unreliable. And yeah, I think you do have to look at it from the perspective of, okay, if you're up against this guy, what exactly are you going to do? Right? Like, what would your plan of attack be?
I think what really clinches it for me is can slice through even the hardest metals, because that means he could kill anyone he hits.
Yeah.
So like you can send this guy after any target, he'll get the job done. Even if they're in a room, he can just snipe straight through the wall and kill them. Like, what are they going to do?
True.
Right? Because people can launch Rotuka really fast. Like the Visorak, like chain launch those things.
Yeah.
So he could just decimate a building. This guy's like an ICBM.
Bro's got a rapid fire sniper rifle.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like, we give Ancient a lot of credit for his like rapid fire Rotuka spinner. Obviously, this guy is normal Rotuka spinner, but even more effective than Ancient's.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think 8. I would
could put him at 9.
I think I would put 8.5 actually.
Yeah, because we haven't seen enough from him. Yeah, I think to hit like the truly highest tiers, you have to have some feats.
I think 8.5.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we have a new dark horse in this race. So now we come to Shadow Stealer. And Shadow Stealer was a Hand of Artaka member who was considered a hero. Yay!
Huh.
But he became bitter after its dissolution and joined the Dark Hunters for a sense of purpose. So I don't know why Helrix didn't get this guy. He's like, this hero? Nah. Axon the Brutal Conqueror? Yeah!
I mean, have you seen Helrix? It kind of makes sense.
She's disturbingly frail. I don't know what else you're talking about.
What's Helrix on Ozempic?
That's Hosrix, Jacob. So he can absorb shadows for energy, and he can teleport between shadows. The range is unknown, but it's presumed to be extraordinarily far. His first mission was super far from Odina, and it was expected to take years for him to complete it. He did it in days, and has casually been making his way back towards Odina. And given that he isn't back, this casual stroll, I would assume, is around like 90,000 years-ish. Because if the Shadowed One wanted this guy gone, right, or was scared of him for a little bit, because even the Brotherhood of Makuta wanted to eliminate him because they feared his shadow powers. So it's like, the Shadowed One wanted him, away from the mission, and he didn't know the range of his teleportation. If this guy could do it in days, that makes his teleportation like 1/4 of the universe per jump, maybe?
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's crazy range. And if he can absorb shadows, not just create light, like absorb shadows, that's almost a straight up hard counter to a lot of Makuta.
Yeah.
So I think this guy's really good. I don't know if he's the best, though. I think he'd be like a weaker Vanisher, essentially.
Yeah.
The naked head screams Grieg fever. What a phrase. The naked head screams Grieg fever.
It's almost poetic.
Almost. It almost rhymes. So I think 6.5 for this guy.
I want to know whether he has some sort of moral code, because since he was considered a hero, and in a time when the Hand of Artaka just kind of they just caused chaos, right? Not necessarily purposely, but they didn't try to minimize it. Mm-hmm. It's like, I feel like he would fall into the perfect area to not need a moral code, but since he was considered a hero amongst that group, he must have some sort of like,
maybe he just adopts the code of the group he's in. Hand of Artaka were heroes, he was a hero. He needed purpose, he went to the Dark Hunters, now that is his purpose.
Yeah, that might be. I could understand that.
We do also have to take into account, he was a part of the Hand of Artaka who were all
insanely powerful
power-wise.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking his powers at face value. That seems powerful, but like, if he's absorbing the energy and gaining like strength from this, that could be, something to take into account, right?
So does he absorb energy from passive shadows, or does it have to be like,
I think it's any
shadow power?
I think it's any shadow. Presumably any shadow he could teleport between, he could absorb, which is crazy. I don't know how absorbing shadow works.
I want to see the logistics of that. If you absorb a shadow, does the shadow... he stole the shadow from the object.
He's some sort of shadow thief.
But wouldn't that would be kind of cool? Like, what if he built a land for himself, and it's just where you go, everything looks flat? Because there are literally no
I was gonna say, it'd be like a low poly, like PS2 game.
Every shadow
that would be
there.
So cool.
That'd be trippy as heck.
Dude, someone needs to do like some sort of weird art piece with Shadow Stealer.
Yeah.
Because of that. But anyway, him being part of a Hand of Artaka makes me think 6.5 without knowing more about his powers specifically. And the Brotherhood is like, ugh, let's keep away from this guy, similar to how they're afraid of a toe of light.
Yeah.
So I think 6.5 is fair.
What do you guys think?
No, I think that sounds good to me. I was kind of already leaning towards 6.5.
I can go with 6.5. Every time I see the naked Metru Nui head, I just see good guy.
Yeah.
This guy was a good guy.
Mutated good guy.
This is good guy's like alter ego.
His ultimate form.
Yeah. Shadow guy. So now we come to the last before we get to Chronicler's Corner. So this is the last actual Dark Hunter. So let's go out on a bang here.
And we will go out on a bang.
And this is Eliminator.
Thomas, it says or. Or
Or what?
Eliminator, not eliminator.
Eliminator? I barely know Tor.
You're.
So.
I just want to say I'm sorry for him to all of our viewers.
Eliminator was the one. Wait. Eliminator implies the existence of Eliminatrix. Fan art. The Eliminator was sent to kill incompetent or traitorous dark hunters. Okay? Guardian's like, bro, get out of my territory, bro. Guardian's a loser. In my imagination. And Eliminator killed almost all of the Toa Man guy by himself. He also killed our beloved Kodan, whom the Kodan ball was named after. So
no.
-1 VBR for that. It can't be forgiven. Now, his powers are that he has enhanced speed and agility. He also attracts shadows to his body, making him hard to see in low light conditions, which is a cool power. I wish there was some other shadow-themed Dark Hunter who could do stuff like that. He also has 4 canola launchers, 4 Kanoka launchers on his back.
Wait. Go back to the canola launchers.
Imagine 4 canola launchers. You're just slipping and sliding all over the place. Wow. He's a workplace accident just waiting to happen. So he has 4 Kanoka launchers on his back, and he can channel the energy of the discs loaded into the launchers into a lightning attack that just like fries people to death. So, what do we think of Eliminator? Because I think his record speaks for itself. This guy killed 10 Toa.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Not just 10 Toa, 10 Toa man guy who were like very good Toa, right? They're not Haga tier, obviously, but they're roughly comparable to Lee Khan. So I'm like, dang. And he's also sent to kill traitorous Dark Hunters, which we know, like Guardian, is reserved for higher skilled beings. And he has enhanced speed and agility, and that attracting shadows to his body to be stealthy, such a neat trick to have.
Yeah, that
right?
is
Just
actually
passively,
really cool.
And presumably, the Kanoka launchers can also shoot Kanoka, right? And if he has Kanoka discs and launchers, he's also carrying Kanoka that he could use on himself, like shrinking to get into places or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Can we assume that?
Considering he has discs on his set, yes.
Oh, okay. Then fair.
Like he has to channel the energy from the discs into his kill attack.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this guy, he doesn't seem like he would be an 8.5 or 9, but looking at it on paper, I don't think we can put him lower, right?
I think when it comes down to the actual measurable feats, this is one of the highest we've seen.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like kill a Toa team.
Well,
boom,
and
done.
to put this in perspective, he killed the 10 other Toa Mangai before Nadiki and Kreka could even get a hand on Lee Khan.
And he killed them secretly. No one actually knew that he did it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
True.
That's just insane. That's like
And he
Lariska
looked
tier.
really cool.
Yeah, I was
And he
going to say
does.
he has a really cool
He has a sick
build.
design.
I actually really
You know,
like
Greg
this
was
one.
looking for the sickest build. Is like, this guy
Yeah.
killed them all. He did it.
Okay, question.
What do you think, Matt?
Between
Oh, sorry,
this
go
guy and Vanisher, who's cooler?
Probably Eliminator. Power-wise, I like Vanisher. Looks-wise, I like Eliminator.
You know, I like the looks of Vanisher more, but you know, it's like the accomplishments of the Eliminator. I think that's a whole nother thing, right? Especially, you know, it's like the GOAT debate comes down to rings, right? And this guy's got a lot of rings.
Yep.
Call him Sonic, the way he has so many rings. Yeah, so what are we thinking? I'm thinking 8.5 or 9.
I would put him at 9.
9?
Personally,
I think we
would-
got to go 9, just with his resume is like pretty stacked.
Is there anyone else in the Dark Hunters who can claim to have killed 10 Toa?
I mean, the Paraka probably have, but that's because...
And they're a group.
Yeah.
It's kind of cheating because they're all really powerful and there's 6 of them.
Yeah. And we know when they were raiding that Toa tower, it had like 10 Toa in it, roughly, and they were not taking it head on. They were stealthing in. So we know they couldn't take out 10 Toa in a straight up fight, right? So I don't know. I mean, other people are implied to have high kill counts, like Lariska's presumably.
Well, Lariska has it at least confirmed kill on a gravity Toa.
Which is really impressive.
So,
right. And in a one-on-one fight, I would take Lariska over Eliminator pretty much any day. Like, she is just built for one-on-one combat.
Yeah.
One thing that holds Eliminator back is the fact that all the other Dark Hunters hate him, which, again, sort of like Vanisher means you can't put him on a team.
Where's that say? What says that?
In Biosector, it's because he was supposed to kill the Dark Hunters if they failed their missions. So they all hate him.
Why would that affect the client side, though? We're the clients. I don't care if the other Dark Hunters hate his guts.
No, because then we can't put him with any other Dark Hunters. So he has to be on his own, like Vanisher.
That's not necessarily true, because it's not like they hate him to the level where they refuse to work with him.
No,
right?
but they would literally try to kill him enough so that the Shadowed One had to keep him away from Odina.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. And he killed Kodan, which we said is a -1. We
true.
said that, yes.
So, I mean,
So
he's
that
obviously good enough to be a one-man strike team, you know? But yeah, I feel like I can't give him higher than an 8 because of that.
Yeah, because Lariska does have the versatility. She's a 9.5, right?
Yeah.
Ancient's a 10. And they both have extreme... You can put them on any mission, and they're going to do extraordinarily well. Eliminator does have caveats.
I cannot in good conscience put him lower than an 8.5.
Yeah, I think put him at an 8.5, yeah.
I could survive with an 8.5, yeah.
And if you want to justify it, say he was a 9.5, but the Kodan tax took him down.
There you go.
Put absolute values around 8.5.
So that's the thing, though, with Ancient or with Lariska, that you can put them on a team and they're going to do just fine, right?
Yeah.
But like Eliminator and Vanisher, you can't put them on a team. They are a one-man show, you know?
And it's stupid because it's not really Eliminator's fault. Like, that's his job.
Yeah.
No,
so.
not really, yeah.
He was just doing what got paid. Oh, we were going to do the Shadowed One.
Oh, yeah. I just got to
one.
him. He's not.
How much would we pay for the Shadowed One?
I mean,
as much as it takes.
I feel like he has to be probably around 11. I think he has to be 11 because Ancient's 10 and the Shadowed One undeniably.
We'll walk through his personality and traits and whatever. So, personality and titles. He is the humble administrator of Zia, a mere servant of the people, nothing more. He is also the leader and founder of the Dark Hunters. And the Shadowed One isn't even his real name. It's Clarence.
Greg revealed that in a very obscure message board one time when he was...
Greg revealed it to me in a dream, okay? Only the Shadowed One and Greg actually know his real name, and Greg didn't reveal it because after the Pterodax backlash, he's like, nobody gets any names anymore. You're all Tridax to me now.
That actually is true. He has said that he actually does have a name for the Shadowed One.
No, yeah. That's all true. Yeah. Would I lie to you?
Besides moments previously.
Yeah, when you said Clarence
and Devastator. And, you know, I lie occasionally.
Hey, Sir Calder, can you sum up how many times Thomas lied directly to us in this episode?
Please put up a lie counter.
The Shadowed One is also proud, ruthless, and cunning. And I actually mean cunning, not like just a buzzword they throw in to make someone seem powerful. Because he uses internal politics to keep the Dark Hunters from attacking him. Which I'm like, okay, that's smart. Because a lot of these guys are complete psychos who will kill you for a variety of reasons. He's also actually proud. Like, pride is a flaw. He has a guy ready to kill him if he ever gets weak. That's a pure, like, flex, right? There's no other reason you would possibly have that. But he's not prideful to the point of blind stupidity. He actually still knows his personal limits. Like, after he gets hit by Voparak, he's like, I'm not fighting Makuta, I would heckin' lose. I'm gonna get gone, right? He has a bodyguard because he knows he can't take out everything. And he is super ruthless. He will kill and torture at a moment's notice. So he's just pure evil villain. Here are his powers and abilities. He has Disintegration Eye Beams, which have a non-zero chance to turn the target into a living swarm of protodytes. Fun little fact. He also has a Madness Rotuka, and he has extreme speed, strength, and perception, which were all lessened after his encounter with Voparak. But when they were at their peak, he was faster and seemingly more skilled than Lariska, who is like the physically best person we've seen in the universe, right? So he is also a skilled combatant and assassin, so presumably he could like sneak in places and hit him with his eye beams. And he has a staff that can shoot crystalline protodermis, which also has a built-in rotuka. That's where he fires the spinner from. So I'm like, he's pretty stacked. I think like he just upscales off of everybody else.
Well,
right?
that's what I said. I think he has to be 11 or more, because Ancient's 10 and Ancient's the best that we've seen up to this point.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't even be a contest, I don't think. Like the Shadowed One could just annihilate Ancient.
I mean, we literally see him just annihilate Ancient.
That's true, actually. You're right. I completely forgot.
That is like the Ancient's claim to fame.
That's funny.
So, yeah, he definitely is more valuable than Ancient. I'm like 14, 15? Would we pay $1.5 million to have the Shadowed One do something?
See, that's what I'm saying. As much as it takes, like, if you would accept an amount of money, you just pay it.
Yeah, because I'm literally sitting there, I'm like, with Lariska, like, you wouldn't hire her because you'd be like, we're going up against a powered individual who you just physically can't really overcome. With Ancient, it'd be like, okay, I know you're really good, but, like, you're not the best in every category. With the Shadowed One, I'm like, I would hire him for literally any job, save Kill Makuta Pterodax himself.
Well, I mean, yeah, because, like, look at his feats. He's smart. He's cunning. So he's not only just smart, he is also cunning. He has ranged attacks, like instant kill range attacks. He has
that he can manipulate, like he can make a move like Omega beams, right?
He has basically super speed. He has incredible strength. He can perceive stuff with insane accuracy and quickness, right?
And he has the Rotuka that bypasses normal physical weaknesses because it makes you completely nuts.
Yep.
It's like,
and on top of that, he's obviously skilled stealth because he's a good assassin.
He's the Shadowed One.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. He seems crazy.
Yeah. He seems like and we know he's more powerful than darkness.
I think I would bump mine up. I think I'd give him around 15 VBR.
Yeah, I think 15 VBR is fair because, like, yeah, I could even see going up to 20, like 2 mil. Like, that's a nice round number to drop on something that's, like, guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true, actually. That doesn't sound like that much when you put it that way.
I know, really? Like, when I put it that way, I'm like, dang. I might even go higher, right?
The crazy part about the Shadowed One, too, is that, like, unlike some of the other ones that are really high up there, he has the entire organization of Dark Hunters behind him, meaning that he can pick the exact appropriate person to help him with at any single task. You know?
That's true. There'd be no, like, backstabbing, weird bundle pricing going on.
Yeah.
Like, if you're hiring the Shadowed One, he's taking Centrac with him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Are we talking him into, like, a 30, 40 VBR range?
I don't know.
Because the more we talk about it, like, he seems that good.
Yeah, he's the ultimate choice. I mean, he's perfect, you know?
I was thinking 15. You know, I mean, you're mock drafting Michael Jordan here, so yeah, I think I'm not sure you can go high enough.
I think we put him at a 30 because when I was thinking about Ancients 10, would I rather have 3 Ancients or 1 Shadowed One? I'm like, that's pretty comparable, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Jacob's point of him being able to pick and choose from the hunters and like he would bring Centrac along bolsters his effectiveness significantly on top of his already insane abilities. So it's like you are kind of paying almost for all the other Dark Hunters if you're getting him, but at the same time you're getting him. So it's like 15 to me sounds reasonable, whereas like 30 sounds like a lot, but understandable still.
Do we want to put it at 20? Because we rate reliability super highly.
That's
right?
true. That is true.
So for rating reliability as a factor, can't get more reliable than the Shadowed One.
Yeah, I'm good with 20.
20
2
works.
million smackaroos straight into the pocket of the
I'm
evilest
good
guy
with
you
20.
know.
Let's go with 20. That's crazy.
Yeah. Imagine the Shadowed One does a single job and he comes back with 20 Vizirac battle rams. He's like, what am I going to do with all of it? I don't even own any Vizirac. he's like ultimate buyer's remorse. He's like, bro, what have I done? And he goes back to see it. They're like, sorry, no refunds. He's like, nah. He's like, Ancient, destroy them. Ravager, get him. He just throws Savage at him.
Dang.
Yeah. That is the end of the rankings. And what ways to go out? We got Vengeance, Shadow Stealer, Eliminator. Like, that's a
They
that's
all
a great
actually
ending lineup.
pulled it out right there at the end.
But what do we think of the Dark Hunters overall? Like, are we impressed? Are we unimpressed? Are we like, yeah, I would use them for a lot of stuff? Or, if I was an evil corporate CEO, I wouldn't really, utilize them greatly.
No, I think if I was evil, like, yeah, I would definitely utilize them. Why wouldn't you? I mean, they're gonna do it. Basically, no questions asked, and as long as you have the money to supply them, then they're good.
Mm-hmm.
And they do have such a variety of talent and skill that it's like they could get done virtually anything you would need them to do. You would just have to be smart about the team you choose.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think they're interesting. I like the flavor they bring to the world, and the absolute power versatility of them is just completely nuts. Like, I don't know if there's any other faction that really has that wide range of powers. Because, like, Order Madanui has a bunch of unique powers, but they don't have that many members.
Yeah, you really can't beat them for versatility. And, like, basically, there's a Dark Hunter for any job you want to get done.
Like, even if you want to scribe, they got those. That's crazy.
That is actually crazy.
Yeah. I like the Dark Hunters. I think they're cool. I would not want the world without them.
I love that at least half of them are Rahi. No, not literally half, but a lot of them are Rahi.
I mean, the 8 Hortica dragons really bumped that number up.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, and I think if you take nothing else away from this episode, know that Matoran are jerks. The Dark Hunters would have like 2 people if Matoran weren't complete jerkwads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poison, Phantom, Ravager, Gatherer, Subterranean, the Savage, like all explicitly because of Matoran. Spinner to an extent. He was a Matoran. He's just a jerk. Yeah.
Well, they're a very dysfunctional group, right? They're sort of
Yes.
this island of misfit toys, right? And there's a lot of them who are, and that's kind of what I think is interesting about them, is because half of them are just there because they literally have nowhere else to go. And a lot of them are just, incredibly overpowered beings who have a lot of like personal hangups. So I think and I think that also that kind of nerfs them a little bit in terms of what they can accomplish. They're not like the Brotherhood of Makuta, where they're at least a little bit more cohesive, and I think that makes them interesting. It also, I think they kind of in a lot of ways play like the sort of like bumbling side villain characters is what I think the Dark Hunters turn into a lot. Of course, most visibly you have like Kreka, and then like what's his name, Nadiki.
Yeah.
In that whole Metra Nui arc. So yeah.
Yeah, I do think they also definitely do fill that niche of like the terrifying. It's sort of like the Inquisitors in Star Wars, like some of them are kind of just like there to be killed off, and some of them are like actually scary and an actual
They're
threat.
like villains of the week. It's just a whole factions of villains of the week.
It's true,
right?
Yeah.
It's like they have a bunch of random powers that you have to think about, and then once you figure it out, they're done. Some can pose a larger threat, some are smaller, but they're not like world-ending.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it fills a very necessary void that I think the world had as it expanded beyond like the island of Matanui, right? Like you needed those kind of characters.
Yeah. But from the inside of the thing, like the Dark Hunters looking out, they seem like a found family that really makes you appreciate being alone. Right? You'd be like, these guys suck. Like, no one loves silence enough to go and figure out where his room actually is.
That's a good point.
And he's not telling anybody because that's his whole shtick. But are we ready to move on to Chronicler's Corner?
I think so.
You are now entering the Chronicler's Corner. The following content may not be appropriate for viewers unaware or unacquainted with the wider Bionicle lore, as major plot points and reveals will be spoiled. If you wish to avoid this section, skip to this time in the podcast.
1 hour, 47 minutes, 54 seconds.
Viewer discretion is advised. So, Chronicler's Corner. The Shattered One actually survives the entire story of Bionicle. He is now on Spherus Magna, looking to reform the Dark Hunters as an organization, because he has a one-track mind. I just thought that's so funny. I'm like, how has the Shattered One not died? Like, I feel like he's a character that would have been killed or something, like, get that comeuppance or whatever, right? Or at least have Makuta take him out. Like, you'd think Makuta wouldn't want him as a rival. He doesn't really see him as a rival, though. So
yeah, I mean...
that's more of a diss than it is anything else.
That's true.
Because, like, Makuta becomes God. He's like, Tahu, I'm going to make your life miserable. Shattered One's like, what about me? He's like, what about you?
Dang.
And that's probably the most damage he could possibly inflict.
Emotional damage.
Oh, yeah. That is crazy. I mean, it's not really surprising, though, because he's like that through the whole story, whereas Weasley, like, he gets out of nearly every situation that he's in where he should die. Like, he should have lost to Makuta Pterodax during the time travel.
He did lose to Makuta.
Okay, he did. And it's like, but he should have been ended there, right?
Yeah.
It's like, and there are multiple times where it's like, oh, okay, how, you know, like,
to be fair, he loses once and never fights again in the entire story.
That's true.
He learned his lesson. He's like, it's way too dangerous. This fighting stuff? No. I'll
He's
just be the middleman.
And he knows what he's good at.
He does, yeah. Being the third most powerful faction in the setting. So, one other fact is that Eliminator's attacks also prevent revival, so we'll never be seeing any of the Toa Man guy on the Red Star, because what it says his lightning attack does is it fries like your entire brain circuitry. So like you just gonzo.
But your body is still completely there.
It's probably fried, like you got hit by lightning.
But it's not destroyed enough.
Yes. It's not, it doesn't disintegrate you.
That's weird. Because why would that prevent? Because we know that you have... You know what I'm saying, though? Because, like, the only way we know of preventing someone from coming back is completely annihilating their body.
I mean, presumably you could, like, if you destroy their head, that would also be enough. Because that could be, like, where something is stored. Their brain, maybe. I don't know. We know so little about the biology. I'm just like, whatever. And one other thing to note is that Mimic, the Dark Hunter, likely reconnected with his friend post-melding. Mimic was the guy that could copy any physical action that he saw.
Such a sad story.
I know. So, presumably once Odina got destroyed, his friend's just wandering like, where am I? And Mimic's like, hey, bro. And then, you know, Planet hit, and they're like, let's live happily ever after. Which I'm like, hey, that's nice, you know? I'm happy for him. If only Phantom got such an ending, but no. He probably goes back to his friends and like, you're still here? Bro, I thought you died. Kill Phantom's friends.
Thomas is gonna hire Eliminator to go get Phantom's friends.
Dude, Phantom should have done that.
That was actually brilliant.
He's like, Joe was really mean to me. And that would have been a nice thematic reversal because they built Phantom to protect against outside threats. They actually made their own doom.
Yeah.
Funny. Anyway.
The irony.
Yeah. Okay. So, community section.
You are now entering the community portion of the podcast. In this section, we showcase some of our favorite creations from talented and passionate members of the Bionicle fandom.
Community.
Let's all go to the community section. Community section. Okay, for this community section, we have 26 separate entries from Temple Beast, and instead of talking about all of them individually, we're going to be picking some standout ones that we really wanted to comment on, and we're going to have, well, y'all already have seen by this point, we'll be putting Temple Beast mocks up next to the pictures of the normal Dark Hunters as we talk about them. Because I think pretty much all of these mocks are straight upgrades over the normal models. right?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. So I think they should be displayed alongside them so people can get a feel for them. But the first standout mock that we want to talk about is Primal. And another thing to note about these mocks is he said they are all technically buildable in real life, just some of the pieces don't come in those colors.
Yeah, you can tell just from the way that they're built that they're definitely buildable.
You would notice that.
I would.
You filthy technical sectioneer. Sectioneer.
He looked
The
at
people,
the feet and he was
the
like,
people
those are
thirst
buildable.
for the technical section, okay? It's been too long.
Yes, the technical section must.
They yearn for the technical section.
Yeah.
I feel like the biggest improvement on this mock is the head. I think like Primal is a cool concept, but the head is like kind of the key component of this mock, and it's really well done.
Yeah, I think it's super neat. And I love having the mask hang off him like that. Although it does sometimes look like a weird sort of loincloth. Not a huge fan of that.
I do appreciate the fact that they kept the coolest part usage of original, which is the Vaki staffs as the legs.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's kind of perfect.
The Visorak head is the coolest part, and I think it looks especially sick on this mark.
Like,
way
Using
better than
a
the
head
original.
as a head.
It's genius,
Great.
Jacob.
So brilliant.
Jacob Nadiki used the Vaki stabs as legs, didn't he?
No.
Oh, someone did. I'm sure of it.
Well, yeah, actually lots have.
Yeah, anyway, this one, super neat. Love it.
I really like the staff too. Like the alternating black and white on the staff looks really cool. It gives something special to it that was definitely not there in the original.
He's like Primal, more like Zebra.
Also, just to clarify, we are not hating on the original designs at all. We have, obviously, as Bionicle builders in the year of 2026, we have a little bit of an advantage over Bionicle builders in 2006.
Especially with completely digital formats.
So, just a little disclaimer.
All
there.
you original Marcus, we understand. We love you.
And if there are any people listening who made those original mocks, we'd love to have you on the show.
Let us know. We'll firebomb your house. Okay, next up we have the Hortica Dragon. Ooh.
This is so cool. I really like this.
I like the tail. I think that's the part I find most fascinating, because using those like Pohatu foot inserts with the... That's Norik's staff, right?
I can't really tell.
On the tail. It looks like some sort of crossbow, and that just tickles my fancy a lot.
Yeah. I like just the overall vibes, how they kind of elongated it and like made the quote-unquote wings.
It's very lithe and mean,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like, if this guy shows up to your house and is like, I need $20 from you at this moment, because the Hortica Dragons are debt collectors, I'd be like, that makes a lot of sense.
The one sad thing about this compared to the original is missing out on the like jaw piece, which I actually really like that in the original mock. So it is kind of sad to see it here, but it does help with that.
You're saying he has no job?
Jobless.
Call him Jabba the Hutt. The way he collects debts and...
Will you quit jawing?
Okay.
Just so you know, that piece is actually Koalas' staff tip from his Rahaga.
Ah, that's what it is. I knew it was a Rahaga piece. Okay, the next one that we wanted to look at is Dweller, and what a glow up. Original Dweller is fine, but this guy is sick. Holy cow. I especially love the little dagger.
Yeah, I love the color combination on this one. It just looks way, way, way better. Like something about the dark blue gives it so much to look at. Like it really brings it out. I love it.
Yeah. I think my other favorite part is the feet having the claws on both sides. I'm like, I don't know why. It feels alien and menacing and threatening.
I do really love those wings though, man.
I was going to say the wings are legit.
They're so good.
They're just like Dark Angel almost, right? Okay, excellent job on that one. The next one that really caught our fancy was Amphivax, because I think this one is another upgrade. Because on the original Amphivax, it's kind of hard to tell what you're looking at exactly.
Which I think is more of a issue with the picture than it is an issue with the actual mock. However, I do think this is an upgrade. And it's very similar to the original, but it just kind of applies some more modern building techniques that allow it to kind of just stand out more.
Yeah.
It also gets
You
rid of
also
some
get
limbs.
a little bit better like color consistency.
No, I like it. And I think having the glowing parts on all of these renders is really neat. It just adds a level of je ne sais quoi that normal builds aren't able to get.
I appreciate that the tail actually looks like a tail and not another arm.
And I like that it looks like a powerful tail. Like, this guy is made for swimming, right? His butterfly would be killer.
Okay, so looking at that made me realize that I've never properly looked at the Amphivax, like the original Amphivax design, or at least never noticed things. Like, I always thought that was a third arm, and I never
It makes
noticed
it
that
look
there
like a
were
third arm.
eyes underneath the Toa Nuva
Yeah.
chest plate. And
I
so
always
now I'm
thought his
looking, I'm
head
like,
was just-
oh.
The black nectar piece.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this is such a weird mock. It's just a really bad photo.
Yeah, I know. I literally could not tell what was going on to it until I did the Dark Hunter of the Week on Amphibex, and I had to look at that picture for like 2 hours, and I was like, oh, I get it now. I understand. No, next up we have Mimic, who, I was talking about the color earlier on Amphibex. This one, whoo, it pops.
He doesn't look like Kitongu. I'm confused.
He does. Triglax looks like Kitongu.
Oh, yeah, Triglax. Sorry, not Mimic.
Jacob to every Dark Hunter, you don't look like Kitongu. And they're like, yeah.
I forgot that the guy who can, mimic people isn't the one that turns into people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Every shapeshifter.
So confusing, yeah.
You got the classic shapeshifters, Mystique, Triglax, not Mimic. Duh.
Yeah, shame on me.
Yeah, he's stupid. Anyway, I think he looks really neat, threatening, powerful. Rakshi backs as legs and limbs always just, it works 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm loving
yeah.
the use of the digger claws for the lower shin pieces.
Oh,
That's really cool.
That's really neat.
That is on the original design.
Is it?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Jacob also loves the original design. I think
like
the gears on the arms, though, are cool.
Yeah, so a lot of this design is very similar to the original, except that like there's color consistency. You have the advanced like effects of the glow, right? Like it adds to it. And then the feet are wider, like it has the extra little on it. And they're like definitely subtle adjustments. Like this one is similar, but just little things have been changed to really elevate it to make it look significantly better.
Yeah, that's what I find so impressive about these mocks. It's like just small changes that make a huge difference.
Yeah, I really like that they keep the really like cool and unique aspects of the original mocks and like just expand on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of other original mocks, do we want to move on to the GOAT, the chopped boy, the Mog Min-Maxer, Subterranean?
Just a massive improvement
that's
over
what
the
I
original mock.
Dude,
So
anything would, no offense to whoever made the Subterranean mock, but virtually anything would be an
will
improvement.
not stand for this slander. I think Subterranean looks completely fine. I think
love
y'all are
the use-
Matoran in disguise.
I want to clarify that I think he looks unique, and he definitely
He is
has
definitely
a design.
unique, you're right.
Yeah.
you won't confuse him for Triglax, I'll tell you
And
that
there are
much.
cool parts of the design. Like I actually really like the head design, but it's just a very
Okay, well,
different mock.
I think what really irks me about the original is all the technic pieces to make up the back, but there's
Yeah.
like no cross brace to lock it.
Yeah,
so they're
that always
all like
bugged me.
off at an angle. It's like this just drives me up the wall. But anyway, those are not present in Temple Beasts edition as far as I can tell. So +1.
And Matt would be happy to know the thick hips were kept.
Yep.
Yes.
Matt, if you're listening, that's for you.
Well, I
think
the
Go
same
ahead.
pieces were used, like the Barraki shields, in the same sort of places, right? So it's like you still have the Galak shield in the middle there. You have is that the Nuvok on the
Nuvok
sides?
or Ponrock.
Okay, I can't remember them all,
Yeah.
but yeah. And then, so it's like you have them in very similar places to the original, and I think that really helps carry over the good elements of the original design.
I think my favorite alteration, because I like the head. I like the spikes on the head. The original had 5. This one had 3, which I think is a more reasonable number. But I think the super long staves looks so, like, cool, right? It's like this lumbering guy. He's obviously much larger, but he's carrying these super small staves. And you're like, okay, that's obviously some sort of danger or intent. There's a reason behind this.
Yeah.
I think it just adds a bit of flair and menace. Okay, but next up, we'll be looking at Vengeance. And this guy looks like an angel of death. He's tapping into that Botar energy of he shows up and he's just, it's over. I mean, look at this Matoran. He knows he flubbed up somewhere. He's like, I heard you were mean to Phantom. He's like, please, in my defense, he was really ugly.
Bro is pretty big.
Yeah.
Pretty darn big.
And I love having the shield be as tall as he is, right? He's like just total brick wall.
I actually really love the shield design. It just looks super cool. I mean, it really invokes the power of Vengeance, right? Like, I don't know. The original is good, but the holes are, I don't know. I like the more solid shield, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, if you look, there's Vaki staves on his hips. Imagine if they were his...
What?
Wouldn't that be original?
That'd be crazy.
No, I think this one is super based. One of my favorites for sure. And the 2 different colored eyes, I know they're on the base model, but having them glow and kind of highlight and stand out, it just adds that menace and presence.
Yeah, I like it.
Dude, you know what I just realized? The head kind of reminds me of like an evil praying mantis.
Praying mantis.
Yep. Oh, you're
that's what
right.
I was getting
and
to.
I think kind of like the serene, like composed posture also helps with that.
Yeah.
Like this guy's all about vengeance, but he's very calm while doing it. It's like, I'm not going to fly off the handle. Not like that savage guy.
Seeker.
Yep, now we move on to Seeker, and massive
Seeker
upgrade in my opinion.
Gives me Star Wars vibes, this version of Seeker in particular.
Yeah, he kind of does.
Like, he looks like he comes out of Star Wars. And I think in particular, he looks like something from, like, a mix of, like, something from Jedi Fallen Order. And, what's the droid from The Force Unleashed? Yeah, the training droid.
Proxy?
Yeah, he looks like Proxy.
The head kind of gives me a Proxy vibe.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
What a point out.
Yeah.
I also love the huge hands. Like, I know Seeker, like, originally had huge hands, but the way they fit on here just seems so much better with the wider base and the more legs.
The color scheme on this is also very good. I'm loving the color scheme.
Yeah, there's one thing that I kind of lament. Well, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it, but like the missing mohawk. Like that's, I don't know. It's kind of like, it's both sad that it's gone, and also I don't think it really detracts from the design. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Overall, I think it's an improvement.
See, I never realized that was a mohawk because I didn't really make the connection that was a Vaki or a Rakshi back. I always thought it was a spike going straight up. But now that you mention it's a mohawk, I would have given him like 20 extra points. That's metal as heck. No, but I think notice how he has Likan swords as legs instead of Vaki staves. That's how you know he's not original at all.
Because the original Mach uses Likan swords.
Well, he uses Vaki
ones
for
on
the back too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is like, I'm going all with Likan.
Yeah.
Bet it all on red.
Red guy fire?
Ooh, red and gold guy. Cool fire?
This guy's not red at all.
I know, Likan though.
So true.
Wait, isn't that who you were talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was confused.
Jacob brings up his own reference. Why are you talking about this? Okay. So, and then finally...
we're moving the mouse around him as you were saying it. That's why I was confused.
Don't use a laser pointer on Jacob. He'd be completely lost. As we said, you saw all the rest of the mocks throughout this video, and we're going to have a brief slideshow for the mocks that were in the first part that we unfortunately weren't able to get the pictures into. So they're probably playing now. We hope you enjoy. And as these are playing, if you guys have mock entries that you want to submit, and if they're for topics that we have already covered, we are going to do a large batch of community catch-up episodes. sometime in the near future, where we will review all of the mocks that we have missed. So if you want to get them in for this upcoming batch of episodes we're going to record, make sure to send them into the Barraki Talk Show email as soon as possible. It will be linked below, okay? So you better do it. Or you can send us a Venom flyer. That's also another valid form. Or if you slip us a few VBR, we can get you a priority pass and get into the next one.
What's VBR?
Vizirac Battle Ram.
Vizirac Battle Ram.
Bro.
Hey, I was only there for half of the episode where you were using that.
I mean, it was 2 episodes, a two-parter.
Yeah.
You were
I was only there for one of them.
2 hours, bro, okay?
If for some reason you did send in Dark Hunter stuff and we forgot it, please just let us know and we'll add it into the community
in the comments
catch-up as well.
Yeah, and if you did do that, we will refund you all the VBR that you paid us with. Okay, well, I think this has been a very good community section. These are amazing temple beasts. Thank you for sending these in. And now we move on to the outro, I guess.
Yeah, the other thing.
You know, the thing, the conclusion.
You know the thing.
Yeah. So, that is, that's everything. That's all of the Dark Hunters.
Dang.
They're definitely the most extensive organization in terms of members.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how many there actually
Unless
are.
you count the TOA as an organization and each individual Vizirac. They're people, Samuel. Vizirac are people too. I will fight on this hill. I won't die on this hill. Botar being cool is the hill I'll die on. But right next to that hill is the Vizirac is people hill. That's the Mott, and then the Botar being the best is the Bailey. Okay, it's like everything else, I'll leave it for that. If any of you are familiar with the Mott and Bailey analogy, you'll love that joke.
Oh my word.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Any closing thoughts on the Dark Hunters?
I feel like we pretty much gave our closing.
Yeah, we
I
did
think
give our
we already
closing
did
thoughts.
that.
But post Chronicler's Corner closing thoughts. Pick a favorite Dark Hunter. That will be our closing thought.
Eliminator.
My favorite's Lariska.
Jacob, you said yours was Eliminator?
Yeah, I really think Eliminator's really cool. I would also throw out, obviously, Ancient. I love Ancient. I've always thought he was super
Ancient's heckin'
cool.
sick. Except he goes out like a punk. That's his main downside.
That's true. I also have always really liked Gladiator, just because he's so insanely.
Gladiator is really cool. When I think
Just
of Dark
wild.
Hunters, he always stands out in my mind as like the quintessential kind of Dark Hunter.
Yeah, me too. So, and then I would also throw Vanisher in there.
Vanisher. Yeah, Vanisher's really neat.
Vengeance
He's what I
has
think
to
of
be
when I
one
think of
my new
like
favorites though.
who is?
Vengeance.
Yeah, I wish Vengeance showed up like in a story at all. I want to see him work so bad.
Yeah.
What do you who's your favorite, Matt?
I think I'm going with Vanisher. You know, that black, white, and purple is such a goated color combo. I just love the guy's build. And I think more so than anything else about him, I just really like the guy's build.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you like it more if he had ginormous hips?
Well, you know, that's a benefit. He does have those 2 Picari sticking out of the side that bulks it up a little bit.
The way you said that was so...
You broke Thomas right now.
Oh boy.
Bro is masked up with 2 Ks.
What's the line that we have on the very first episode? Or
Sandwich
oh
on a
no,
Tuesday.
no, it's the second one. It's the thick hips. Sir.
Yeah, it's the thick hips I identify with. Yes. Matt has become the thumbnail.
Somebody get
Yeah.
Matt help quick.
All right. What would you guys, if you had to guess what the total would be to hire every Dark Hunter we've discussed today and on the last episode, what do you think it would take to pay them all for one mission?
All for one mission. What are you doing? Taking on the Brotherhood?
I guess so. Starting the next Toa Dark Hunter war.
Yeah.
I'm going with 33 million.
I'm going to go a little less than that. I'm going to say 248.
Matt, what do you think?
Thinking. I'm gonna lowball it. I'm gonna go 175.
All right, Matt is the winner.
Dang.
It was 172.5.
Dang.
Nice. That was a good
So
guess.
175 million to hire every Dark Hunter.
No. It would be 17.2 million to hire 5 million to hire every Dark Hunter for one mission.
So you're telling me Elon Musk could just hire infinite Dark Hunters forever?
Basically.
Just keep them on staff?
Yep.
That maybe we undervalued them a little. Like 17 million bucks for everybody. like for Xeon corporate profits, I feel like that'd be like you didn't even notice. You wouldn't even need to like embezzle that kind of money. You could just be like, yeah, I spent it on coffee. That's crazy.
That's true.
He'd hire him just to take out the trash at SpaceX.
Yeah.
True.
The Shadow Ancient's like, I would be degraded, but I'm making so much money. It's like the Michael Bay. It's all about the money.
Well, yeah.
What a weird note to end on.
I know, right? But it is what it is.
So the lesson here, if you are even like moderately wealthy, hire a Dark Hunter. It's totally worth it.
Yep.
Most of them won't backfire.
As long as you have no moral code and lots of money.
Hey, hire Phantom if you want a moral code.
That's true.
Dark Hunters even sell morals. It's crazy.
Heck, you could even hire
Buy one Dark Hunter,
you could
get
hire
one free.
Primal if you want a moral code.
Yeah.
You're just not gonna get a moral code
Yeah.
that you know the morals to.
Dude, we need to do a Dark Hunter ad. It's like, hire one Dark Hunter, get one free. It's like Nadiki, and then the Kreka is the free one. Sell now. I'll even throw in a Primal because I'm crazy.
Guys, he's going crazy Dave again. Somebody stop him.
I would club a baby seal to make a better deal. Oh yeah, we should introduce our very special guest star.
Oh, did we not?
Jacob. He hasn't been on the show in forever.
It's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess Matt is also here, our very guest star. He's been on. Is this your second or third time?
I think this is my third time being on with you guys.
Yeah, because he was on BioTuber and then part one of this.
Yep, and he will be on the next BioTuber. Do you want to shill anything for your small indie company?
Well, I can chill our YouTube channel, which is, of course, RenaissanceVFX. We do a lot of Bionicle videos. You can also, head on over to our Patreon or our Discord if you want. We sort of have a little growing community there, and we've actually started streaming some stuff every Tuesday. Just streaming sort of the behind the scenes as I'm working on making Bionicle stuff. So yeah, that's where you can find me. Just anything that's Renaissance VFX, just type it in. If you can spell Renaissance, which is a bit of a tall order.
Yeah, that's always my problem. Like Renaissance RVFX.
We're also obviously going to link it. So, if you want to just check out
it'll
the
be
video
in the description.
In case you aren't aware, YouTube it's kind of like a platform like BitChute or Rumble. It's similar to like those.
Little known website, YouTube.
and Patreon is kind of like Subscribestar or like Coffee. It's sort of like those.
Yeah.
And Discord is like Snapchat or Skype. Snapchat? What?
TeamSpeak. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I would definitely say
go
if you're gonna
check out.
Check out Renaissance VFX. Look at their new Pohatu animation. It is incredibly sick.
By the time this airs, that's going to be old news. Wait, no, this is just going to be the next week.
Yeah.
We should be good. Yeah, check out Pohatu.
Yeah.
He's got ginormous hips, guys. Trust us. Matt, did you stream modeling Pohatu?
What is that?
That's Matt's microphone as he's modeling Pohatu. ASMR Matt making Pohatu.
He's never gonna want to be on the show again. You have to.
Dude, next time we talk to him, he's gonna be at like 50,000 subs, and he'll be like, "These peasants, nah, I shan't affiliate with them. We gotta make it count while it lasts."
Just so you know, Matt, we grew up with this, okay?
Yeah.
We lived with this 24 hours a day.
We can only apologize so many times.
Well, yeah, seriously though, thank you for being on the show. It's been
wonderful.
fun.
You're a great guest.
Oh yeah, guys, thanks for having me.
And with that, we're gonna say good night, Markjuly. On the count of 3, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wait, guys. Before we actually close out for today, there is one more thing that we need to say, and that is thank you to our supporters. So for all of those of you who have contributed to the channel monetarily, we do want to give a shout out. That includes, first off, our first monthly supporter, The Nitpick, over on Coffee. Thank you very much for your monthly contribution. And then, of course, to all our other single time or multiple time contributors, and that includes Ian the Korean, Mr. Donato, Gabriel Caba, Lucy, Serrano Gardis, Brian K, Connor R, Matter of Fact, Justin Martinez, Jumbled Arrow, Zachary Ziggs, Queven McCon, and Lisovic 520. This channel would not be possible without you guys, so we really do appreciate your generosity. So thank you for your support. Thank you to all our other viewers as well. This channel also would not be possible without you. So thank you for watching and for contributing to the community, and we hope that you guys continue to enjoy the show. Now with that, we can say
Good night, Markjuly. This brings us to the end of today's podcast. If you enjoyed the discussion, please follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. If you like to watch instead of listen, you can also find us on YouTube. The Barraki Talk Show is only made possible thanks to viewers like you. Thank you.